You hear me? Hey, yeah, I don't think you hear me.
Boom. It's gonna change all your shit should work. But start your video.
Yo, you hear me? Yeah, I hear myself now. You hear me now? I don't hear you now. I don't hear you.
How about now?
Hold up, hold up. Hello?
Yep. I can hear you.
All right, cool. I hear you too now.
All right, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Um, so Mogul Minds weekly reviews. This is a show that we're gonna be doing weekly. We just want to do things that are a little bit more relevant to Chicago, that and get some user engagement. So we're gonna, have some people call in. We'll talk about whatever the people want to talk about. Other than that, we're just gonna go over like Chicago news stories, what the network got going on. So this is gonna be a weekly ongoing thing. Um, because I'm not up on music and so many different areas of just life. There's so many different people who are going to join, people who are, friends or associates of the network, people who are members of the network. I know I always stays up on the new music, so he's definitely going to want to talk about probably what's going on in hip hop. Um, yeah, man. Just this has been a crazy week so far. What are you thinking? What you got on your mind?
I mean, aside from what a lot of people are probably thinking that it's gonna be, it's not, man. I'm not trying to focus on, like you said, I'm listening to good music, watching you know, good TV, hanging out. Yeah, bro. I'm most no, we're not gonna get there. Let's go. You set it off, bro.
All right. So we got a couple of different things. We've been sharing a little bit more actively. We took like a little hiatus from like releasing content. We hadn't released anything since like mid-November. First thing I want to get into then is we released our first episode of 2021 yesterday. So that's streaming now. We got a little snippet up of it on our page. We uploaded that yesterday, where I just got to learn a ton about Kangen water. And that was a topic that we have broached a few times before with Edwin or Paige. Just if you guys, frequent the podcast, then you guys will be, familiar with these people. But Kangen water basically, Kangen means, or Kangen means to return to origin. So basically, it's the way we're supposed to be utilizing water. We're supposed to control the pH balance in the water. And there's certain levels that you could turn the machine up to. It's all about alkaline. People who are familiar with like Dr. Sebi or veganism or alkaline diets, or just the human body and how it works, these are all things that those people familiarize themselves with. So we did an episode on it, and it's streaming everywhere right now. As always, I'm gonna tell you to go to the website if you want to hear it, mogulminds.net. Also, if you guys want to support us, definitely check out the network. I do want to show people how to navigate the website real quick. All right. So, boom, I'm on mogulminds.net right now. All right, you can see it, right?
Yeah, I see it.
All right, so guys, when you go to the website, let me get this out the way. So you can always be redirected from here. If you go to creative content and go to podcast, it'll take you to the podcast. We don't have a blog up yet. Any of you bloggers out there that want to link with us, any of Chicago bloggers want us to just showcase your work, definitely touch base with us. Just hit our About Us section where contact us, boom, right there.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you want to listen to the podcast, you can always go right here with the speaker moving, hit listen now. It's going to take you to the podcast page. Boom. Our latest episode, you won't believe what's in your water. Um, this is a really good episode, a really informative episode. Matt Behar, he's a dope guy. He works for a company called Enagic. Definitely check it out, guys. Let us know what you think about just Kangen water, all the gems that we dropped in that episode. And I don't know. Let us know what you think. Touch base with us. Join the conversation, guys. That's what it's all about. It's about having the conversations.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
That was just going through the network or going through the most recent episode, letting people know where we are there with that whole situation. There's a lot of there's a lot of goofy stuff that I've been seeing this week, and some of it I put up on the Mogul Minds Instagram page. I'm sure you've seen a little bit of it.
Yeah, I have. I have. I mean, like you said, the Can't Get Water episode was amazing. I think more people definitely need to check that out, get in tune with what that actually means, and a lot of information is dropped about that in the episode.
Right. So one of the other videos, I'll show. We always make an attempt at the very least to put up an episode, or to put up a preview of the episode on
Hmm.
our Instagram page. So I'll definitely show that with you guys. Um, our Instagram page. If you're not following us yet, go follow us. MMPN 3 underscores. Definitely go check us out. Now, obviously, we post some memes about all the craziness that happened yesterday. We could delve into that a little bit. If anybody calls in and wants to talk about it, we could talk about it. But outside of that, that's not really the focus here.
Yeah, yeah,
Earlier
yeah.
this week, oh well, I a couple of things we posted this week. Did you seen this one?
Oh yeah, that's wild, bro.
What did you think about Queen Vivian and what she had to say?
Man, honestly, bro, I mean, come on,
So,
come on.
but I don't know how well everybody can see it. I'll read it real quick. It's just a tweet. We post stuff like this on Instagram all the time, but this is a tweet, one of those tweets that went viral. It says, "Man, if DNA confirms the baby is not yours, it doesn't change the fact that you must take responsibility of the baby. Women go through a lot in marriages, and women deserve better. Um, Women deserve better than what?
I mean,
Better than
she's right. Women deserve better. I'm sorry to cut you
yes.
off, bro, but
Oh, okay. Women
you,
in general deserve better treatment by humanity. I would argue humanity deserves better treatment, but women, yes, I feel like are
women
not.
are one of those groups, yes, that
Yeah,
deserves to be treated better. Yes.
absolutely.
But this is just ridiculous. I mean,
This is not that.
the only way this is that is if you're in that child's life, and I mean, I think more than a couple of years, if you've seen that baby grow up, you're gonna have an attachment, so it's like it.
So what are we talking about though? What if right after? What if the guy has reservations the entire time and he has a right 3 months after the baby's born, he
Mm,
gets a test.
mm,
Not, he doesn't even wait that long. 3 months a fucking long time. You're gonna love that baby in 3 months. What if
yeah.
he like when they're doing blood tests right after the baby's born? What if he's just like, okay, pull a little extra and do this paternity test?
No, right on the spot. No, he can cut out. He doesn't know who that child is, so he can go.
He can dip. So okay, so then suppose he and the young lady are married and
Hmm.
they're together for 2 3 years, and then he finds out, it was a betrayal of trust.
Right. Yeah, that shit's over with.
Okay, so in both scenarios, he's not like he
I
doesn't.
mean, for the child, like I said, if it's on a lengthier time span that he spent with that child, then I think he would want to be involved. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Maybe not full on father, but in some degree.
right, and I can see that. I just don't think the
With her
words
though, I
you
mean,
must take responsibility. I don't think that that's true.
what's responsibility though? What do I feel like I'm responsible for at that time? You know what I'm saying? Because if
That's
it's
a
not
good
my
question.
child, I don't feel the same responsibility.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel you on that. I don't know. I personally think she's tripping. That's just me though. We don't even got to spend no more time on her. I did want to talk about Auntie Lori. And this trend that I've been seeing. Apparently, CBS has been. Actually, I'm gonna just go ahead and play the clip real quick. Let me know you can hear
Year's
it.
resolution should be to resign
No,
from an
I
No,
don't
office.
you
hear it.
can't hear it. All right,
No.
this guy is an
Oh,
activist.
there
That's
it goes.
weird.
There it goes.
Oh, you did hear. Oh, okay, so it was just delayed. All right, so let me restart it then.
Resolution should
I
be
think I still got a delay.
to resign from her office and go back to Ohio.
Police accountability activist Eric Russell stood outside of City Hall on the last day of the year and said a series of damning emails should be the last straw for Mayor Lori Lightfoot.
The recent release of the emails associated with the botched raid of our dear sister, Antoinette Young, must be made the last straw in a long line of failures by this administration.
This month, video of a botched police raid was widely seen on local and national media. It shows police storming into a West Side home looking for a suspect with a gun. Only, they were at the wrong address. It was later revealed the suspect was wearing an electronic monitoring device and next door.
Her New Year.
So, are you familiar with that story?
Yeah, I am.
So, oh shit, I didn't even realize there's been people in the waiting room.
Oh shit.
We might have to play that again. Oh shit, my bad, people. I didn't even see all you guys in the fucking waiting room. I don't even know if you guys can hear me yet. That shit was on me. My bad, guys. I won't be able to hear you guys. You guys are all going to be muted upon entry. Gabby, what's up? Matt, what's up? Matt is actually the guy we were telling you guys about a couple of minutes ago. Matt is the guy who we interviewed. He works with Anagic, and he did the Real Talk Chicago episode where we talked about Kangen water, and all of the benefits of it. Gabby is actually. We did a private call with a bunch of old friends of ours. So Gabby is a friend of the network, and actually we got a reoccurring guest, Quick. You guys are familiar with him. He's connecting to audio now at this point. Henry's on here as well. I was actually we were actually just showing this video. I'm gonna go ahead and re-show it so that I can get everybody's opinions real quick. So give me 1 second here. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. You guys should be able to hear it. And I want to know you guys' opinions on this because it's a Chicago relevant topic. All right. So you guys should all be able to see my screen right now at this point. I'm going to go ahead and hit play on this. Basically, you can see the caption. They're talking like Auntie Lori's about to be canceled, just like Rom.
This resolution should be to resign from her office and go back to Ohio.
Police accountability activist Eric Russell stood outside of City Hall on the last day of the year and said a series of damning emails should be the last straw for Mayor Lori Lightfoot.
The recent release of the emails associated with the botched raid of our dear sister, Antoinette Young, must be made the last straw in a long line of failures by this administration.
This month, video of a botched police raid was widely seen on local and national media. It shows police storming into a West Side home looking for a suspect with a gun. Only, they were at the wrong address. It was later revealed the suspect was wearing an electronic monitoring device and next door.
Her New Year's resolution should be
all right, guys. So that was the video. This guy's an activist. He's out there. He's basically saying, that she should be resigning because I guess in the emails she found out about this based on what they're saying. Allegedly, she found out about this a while back. And I guess she asked some questions, so she definitely knew about it. This footage is from like over a year ago, so it's from 2019 at some point. And she basically was hiding evidence from the public, kind of the same as Rahm with the Laquan McDonald shooting. And this is kind of one of the things that got Rahm out of office. So in my eyes, it's just kind of more of the same, but I want to know what you guys think about it as a whole. Don't everybody speak at once. Gabby, you're muted.
Me unmute myself. Hi guys. Hi everybody. So am I unmuted now? Am I good?
Yeah, you are. You are. We can hear you.
All right. Just as a inside person who is I have Black friends. I have, people that are close to me that are Black. And my brother is a Chicago police officer. Now, just as an inside, and this is coming firsthand from what I'm hearing from everybody that I've spoken about, the Laquan Johnson. I might be getting his name wrong, but
Laquan McDonald.
Yes. Sorry. I know who he is. I just don't know his name. I'm really bad with names.
Okay.
Basically, sorry, somebody just called me. Basically, what they're saying is that apparently the family got some kind of money, hush money, or I don't know what it was, but it was in court. And this is how it came about. It was a standby person that asked for the court documents for this person for the case to be revealed. Now, I don't know how true that is or not, but just in this topic with Lightfoot, I just feel like she's not doing a great job with being who she needs to be in her position. So I feel like all these people are just in these places and not doing what they're supposed to be doing for people like us, for people that are in, the general public.
So first, the thing you said about the hush money situation. So police misconduct in whatever capacity costs the Illinois, Chicago taxpayers millions and millions of dollars every year. That's just the simple matter of the fact that it happens in every city across this country. Now, all that being said, so settlements aren't necessarily hush money. A lot of times settlements do come with an NDA though. So by definition, it's kind of hush money. That's not terminology, I guess, that's sensitive to the victim's family. But either way, we as citizens, right, we can do FOIA requests. It sounds like somebody did a Freedom of Information Act request, and that's how the information came out. I would make the argument that there should be some public database where we can go and look for these things by their docket number or whatever.
I agree completely, because what I'm understanding, and I'm sorry for using the term wrong, the wrong term when I was speaking on that.
I'm not word police. I was just saying, depending on who hears it, people might formulate opinions.
Yeah, of course. I just feel like, so when they pulled out this information, and this is going back, whatever, I lost my train of thought, you guys. I've had a long
we were talking about them having some sort of database about where we can go and check the footage, review the footage, because all these interactions with civilians should be recorded.
Yeah. So I feel like the city should be held responsible for everybody's whoever's under it and serving under it. So not only should police officers be responsible for what they're doing, but I feel like our city should be held responsible for what they're doing as well, because you can't just pay the family the money and let them go on live with their lives and nothing else happens. I feel like everybody who's involved should be responsible and should be held responsible for everything happening.
I agree. I do want to know where everybody else sits on it. I know Ide is here. He's already unmuted. So Ide, what are you thinking? Where are your thoughts on this video, what we seen in this whole situation?
Yeah, no, man, I agree with majority of what you guys are saying. If people are trying to hide certain situations that happened, such as this one with the police, then that's wrong, just off bat. We have nothing else to talk about. If there's been so much money put behind keeping this under, then that's a problem, and whoever's doing that needs to be out of here.
Well, I mean, that's fair. I don't know, Matt. I'm sorry, I don't know if I cut you off or if you started cutting out, but I didn't hear that last thing you said.
Yeah, I started cutting out. It started lagging. But yeah, that's all I got to really say about it, man. It's not much else to say right now. Just get her out of here. If she's trying to hide it, get her out of here. I don't want to hear from her.
I feel you on that. Henry, Matt, where are you guys at on this topic?
Man, we all know that all of our, especially our Democratic elected officials, ain't for the people at all.
Hey, my fault. I was having some technical good difficulties. What's going on?
Yeah, you're good.
What
We're
up, bro?
actually we
What's up, my
we're
boy?
actually in the middle of Henry's response. We're gonna come to you after Henry and Matt. I don't know if you saw the video yet. Quick, we were talking about the video of the elderly black woman who got her apartment got raided, and the person that she was naked, and they still cuffed her and everything, made her sit there, and you can see all their body cam footage. It got released, and the actual person that they were looking for was literally on a house arrest band next door. So Henry was about to give us his opinion. Gabby, I had already
I was just
talked
saying
about
that, we know all of our elected officials ain't for the people. Is proven in our history, like they are not for us, period. None of them. Doesn't matter what they look like. They could look like us. They can say the right things that, we want to hear, but we already know. And it starts from the top. And the police in these cities have, it's like 99% rate of them killing us, and they get off with scot-free. Like nothing is new here. This is what it's been. And until like we actually change our whole form of government and, stop having these people oppress us basically, then this is how it's going to be. It's nothing new. This is how it's been. This is nothing new at all. It's just the same story over and over again. They just trying to distract us with bullshit right now. Honestly, is what I think is going on. We know this is nothing new. This is what they do. Until we actually, change our form, like our whole system, it's gonna stay like this.
Yep.
I'm keeping my answer on this fairly simple. It sounds like injustice the way that I'm interpreting this, even though it's like my relationship with government and politics isn't really that good, and I'm not one to like talk about it like openly, but it's like there are just some things about that that doesn't really sit well with me.
Yeah, so some things I think aren't necessarily political, and some things are just about literally what's right and what's wrong. And obviously the police coming in a naked older woman's house, guns blazing and fucking, and it's their mistake.
And time on top of that.
Right. So we did just have two callers call in that hopped in a little bit late. We had both
and for the record, everybody, I won't be here for too long since I have to go to another Zoom meeting like after 8.
Not a problem. So Matt, for the people who haven't yet, before you go, for the people who haven't yet gone and listened to the episode about Kangen water and the benefits that it has for you health-wise and everything along those lines, could you give the people a quick elevator pitch for why they should just learn about Kangen water in general and listen to our Real Talk Chicago episode?
Because like with what I talked about with Isaiah about Kangen water, like it basically it's the cleanest water that you'll ever hear in the world, and it comes from a medical device that Japanese hospitals use for over 4 decades, 4.5.
And you actually did a test on the podcast where people can actually go check it out on the Instagram or YouTube. I'll show a little piece of it right now. But long story short, in this test that Matt did, you can see there's all these different, popular, there's Sprite or 7-Up, I can't remember which one it is. There's also Gatorade. There's also Pellegrino, Dasani. We actually got some really interesting results. Those cups right there, you'll see if I just skim through here to where he starts doing the test while he's testing the pH levels. There's a lot going on there, even with the store-bought so-called alkaline water. So it's a really interesting episode. There's a lot to learn there. I very much appreciate Matt doing Real Talk Chicago. I think you guys could all, or anyone who listens, could all benefit from learning about Kangen water and everything along those lines there. So Matt, definitely appreciate you, sir. Very informational episode. Now, we do have a couple of guys on the line who have not gotten a chance to give us their opinions yet.
Yeah, but bigger.
So we got Darrell on the line right now, as well as my guy Emil. Darrell hopped on first. So Darrell, I did want to get your opinions on the whole Auntie Lori being canceled situation.
Well, you know, getting straight to the incident that occurred, there's no restorative justice for something like that. I mean, if somebody in some police district in Wyoming ran up in George Bush's grandma's house, you know what I mean, and harassed her and roused her about some kid that was supposed to be on house arrest, like, they'd be doing 30 years, you know, but because it's just some poor black lady, you know, there's no officers going to go to Guantanamo for her. There's no what you would call justice or restorative justice that's like equal in a system that people would even understand the demographics of how severe it is. But some people are like, oh, they just made a mistake. But the problem is there's nobody to get justice for these mistakes that police are able to continually make over and over again. So if it's going to be looked at as a mistake, then, you know, when is the mistakes of the people who if they going to shoot somebody in the street or run up in somebody's house, that person that goes AWOL or crazy or whatever they do, when are they going to get their justice? Because one thing I'm seeing a lot of is a lot of memes, a lot of people asking about basically like if it was a black person, you know, and they just switch. It's a common conversation when something happens with a black person or a white person. Like, people already know the circumstantial differences, and it's like that systematic oppression has to be addressed. If we're not going to address the real issue, then we're not really talking about nothing, because it's common practice.
So I got a question for you, Darrell, because I like what you're saying, and I think some things need to be expanded on a little bit there. And then I know we just had Vince hop in. We're going to get to Emil and then Vino about this situation here, and then we're going to move on to another topic. But I do want to know, Darrell, what exactly does restorative justice look like in a situation like this? Because you're talking about repairing the damage that was done, essentially, right? And how do you repair this to what equal degree? Because there's nothing that's going to give this lady who was a victim of this mistake, as they put it, there's nothing that's going to give her that sense of dignity back, wherein now, you know, how many people have seen her naked, you know, in cuffs, afraid because these dudes made a mistake? How does she as a woman, you know, come to terms with that?
That's just, man, that's like a tip of the iceberg, because the reality is, I personally believe that's not her first situation like that. And I'm not.
What happened, y'all? I don't know what happened. What happened? Who got smoked? A lady got killed naked?
No, she didn't get killed. It was a wrong raid. There's been a trend of wrong raids. So let me play the video one last time, and then we'll get the end of Darrell's point here, and then we're gonna get this one done.
Release of the emails associated with the botched raid of our dear sister Antoinette Young must be made the last straw in a long line of failures by this administration.
This month, video of a botched police raid was widely seen on local and national media. It shows police storming into a West Side home looking for a suspect with a gun. Only they were at the wrong address. It was later revealed the suspect was wearing an electronic monitoring device and next door.
Wow. Goofy ass niggas.
All right. So before we get your whole take, let's let Darrell finish his point, and then we're gonna get to my boy Emil here with the Celtics shirt on. So Darrell, what does restorative justice look like in a situation like this, sir?
Well, honestly, I can't speak on behalf of that lady, and I hope the audience watching, anybody watching it, when I was saying what I was saying, didn't get the wrong perspective. What I mean by that is, growing up Black in America, you are 9 times out of 10 more likely than anybody else, any other culture of people, to be accused of something or pulled over or be a victim of some type of circumstance based off your skin color. So I'm pretty sure that she's been pulled over or harassed by the police or whatever situation. I believe restorative justice starts with acknowledging that this is not a norm. This is not a norm. Police running in an elderly lady's house, you know, while she's naked, and there's not being immediate justice. You know,
she was naked.
Arrested. She was just fresh out the shower, if I'm not
Oh
mistaken.
no, that's no sir.
And, by these situations being labeled as like an accident or whatever, that's just like, you know, sweeping it under the rug to me. You know, the restorative justice starts with acknowledging that this is unacceptable, and immediate action will happen anytime something like this. Because if it is an accident, then whoever messed up, they messed up so bad that they should be the example of why not to make those kind of mistakes. But that's not the case because it's the norm. They do this kind of thing all the time, raiding the wrong people's house, rousting people, arresting people without the proper warrants and doing these things. But, you know, you be so happy to get out of jail with your freedom or not get shot down and killed for something you ain't had nothing to do with, that restorative justice for you is just having your life. But it starts with people acknowledging that this is not a norm. It's a violation of a person's rights, human rights, dignity, civil rights, rights of being a person, just like being a human being, and many other things where you know a person violates your constitutional rights is just not, it's not even acknowledged.
I agree, Darrell. I think a form of restorative justice, the family should have the right to put hands on these officers. Like, you know, what if someone that's your mom, your grandmother, right? Like, we should be able to hold them accountable in that way. Like, you
I will. If I was, like, that's
restorative justice right there.
But if I was there,
they should be allowed to put hands
my
on
neighbor's grandma, I'd have punched one of them officers in their shit. Excuse my language.
And you should be
podcast again.
You should be able to do that.
All right, Matt, take it easy, sir.
Later, guys.
Appreciate you.
Okay. Have a good one, Matt.
So before we delve too far down that path, let's get Emil's perspective on this real quick. We're gonna get to Vino, and then there's a couple other topics that we want to get to.
So just to make sure I'm clear, we're talking about that raid, right? The wrong raid where that woman was naked. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, we showed a video, but I don't think you had your video on yet.
I saw the video. So what I do know about it is that it's just a complete failure on every level, right? Like, so they got information from an informant about her address. They didn't bother to check it. They didn't run it through the system. They just went. Are you kidding me? So you're just going to get some guy off the street telling you, yeah, this guy's got a gun. He lives over there. And then what? You just go and knock the lady's door down. And obviously she's not the 6'4" male, right? That was in the warrant, right?
Right.
8 dudes standing around. You can't let her cover herself. Like, that's just a failure on every level, man.
Yeah.
And what the dude right before me just said, how they needed to be made examples of, is 100% true. But that never happens. Like, that kind of stuff in Chicago is systemic. It happens all the time.
All the time, right?
You see what the former superintendent, Eddie Johnson, was sitting up there trying to do everything in his power not to get those videos out to the public, right? Lori Lightfoot gaslighting. Like, that's what they do. These police
isn't it time then to just stop all that? Like, we start from here on out, right? Like, the people should be up on a trick now.
Yeah,
we should all be coming together. Like, hey, these people ain't doing shit for us.
That's what I'm saying. And
like,
even to like what Darrell was speaking on
them.
earlier, like this has gone too far now, to the point where it's just whoever is in charge making these decisions and having this shit happen. Those people got to go, so that, because clearly their judgment is off. They do not know when to act aggressively. They do not know when to act in a mild manner, you know? So
while you guys are on that portion of the conversation, one of the things that we discussed on the podcast a couple of times, and Edwin was in on this at one point, we had the conversation. It was, and I talked to a guy who may be calling in at some point, Marcelo Sandman. He did an episode of Real Talk Chicago a little while back, but he was saying, like, he works for the city. He was saying that there's actually procedures in place that wouldn't allow this to happen. But our idea was making the police officers carry like a specific, personal liability and then insurance. And every time you have one of these types of issues, your premium goes up. If you become too expensive for the insurance companies, they're going to tell the station, all right, well, look, this motherfucker keeps fucking up. It also shows the good cops. Statistically, we'll be able to see this motherfucker's had a 20-year career, never had fucking one real complaint.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful idea. I've never heard anything that's aggressive. That's something that they can do immediately that will have accountability reforms
Transparency
almost
all day long.
overnight.
See, but all these solutions and suggestions are only on the basis that they don't want bad shit to happen to people. The problem is they do.
No, that's the big problem. You see, that's the problem with people. We put all of these people in power. Nobody walked up and became the man. 90% of them were elected or picked by somebody who was elected.
These people are our employees.
Yeah.
So
it's the bureaucracy,
that's up to the
Go
people.
back
People
on every
have to
word
make
they
certain
say.
demands. Like realistically, in this country, 30 years ago, to be a homosexual, you could be laughed at or jumped on a corner. Now today, you can catch almost a terrorist case for talking like that about somebody who's whatever, because the way they went about going with the paperwork.
Group economics, really, like it's about having enough people with money to affect change. Okay, we're all gonna vote in this block together like this, based on which one of you made a promise to us.
Nah, but what I'm trying to say is the police want to hurt people. They want to do bad shit. I mean, it's not.
Wait.
Now, hold on, wait. Let me finish my point. Now, I ain't saying like as a every cop is a bad cop and all that other goofy shit. I ain't really saying that. I'm just saying the people who put police in power want bad shit to happen, especially to minorities. So to get them to do shit in our favor,
I think so.
And poor people.
Yeah, they divide and conquer. They victimize us. They put us in categories.
To do shit to get them to do something in our favor, we got to be strategic about it. You know what I'm saying? We have to basically put them in a position where they don't really have a choice. Because if it's up to them, they're going to do the wrong thing.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? You can't say, hey, man, could y'all just stop doing this, please? They're going to look at you like, no. You know what I'm saying?
Look, there's got to be everybody be saying, like, we don't need y'all. Hey, we'll police ourselves from now on. Like,
that's not a bad idea.
We'll come up with our own police because y'all
that's how the vice lords got started.
That's how a lot of gangs actually got started, because they weren't always gangs. It was to protect the community.
Mafia too. There's a city in Mexico, I think it's like 30,000 strong, right? Where they kicked out all the politicians, they kicked out the police.
Man, they went crazy. They drugged them niggas up out of there. I seen that. That shit was crazy.
I forget what town is it. They haven't had a murder in like 20 years since it happened. They have
the niggas ain't they ain't playing down there. They standing on their shit.
When you guys see stuff like that, send it to the network, send it to us on one of the social medias, and we'll discuss it like on the platform for sure, without a doubt, because that's something that I would want to see. You know what I'm saying? That's some interesting fucking shit to me.
Hey, Vino, listen, this what I'm saying. One of the issues is not necessarily for me. I don't think people be coming from the wrong place. I just think it's not that effective. So when somebody gets shot, or the police run up at somebody's house, or whatever the situation is, where it's one individual, even if we come out and march, do whatever, we saying we want justice, we want this, we want that. But if they just say no, or they go to trial and lose the case, it's like we did a lot of man work for nothing. You have to start with policy. When you start changing policy, you start changing the norms and the frequency of how much a person can get away with. So when this brother said, like, man, we're going to start changing the insurance policy, so if a cop doing this and doing that, he's too high risk for any legitimate business to keep them working for them.
So it's basically like we know y'all ain't gonna give us everything we want, but at least put some type of consequential boundaries in order. You know what I'm saying?
That's like this is like beginner steps. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I feel that. That's
something we can demand. Because we as the people, like I say, elect them. So it's some stuff we could ask for. But when we're talking about policy, we can demand policy change. And that's the problem. People they're not aware of what their rights are, of what they can and can't do. So you out there saying, well, we want them to go to jail forever. But we got a system of due process. So if he beat the case, you can't be mad that he beat the case. The system ain't flawed in that way. You fought for the wrong thing. policy should have been changed or dictated, or we changing policy based off this case right now today. But people don't do that. They go and they put all their foot and manpower into what's going to happen at a trial where a person has to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt guilty for whatever that case is. That's too much of a chance for people to be. I'm talking about 100,000 people out here marching on chance when we could have marched 100,000 people to say, you know what, change the policy or everybody's getting reelected. We're going to get all new council, all new aldermen. You think they want to lose them $100,000 checks, annual checks coming in? They ain't trying to lose that. They're going to put a little policy together.
Yeah. But Darrell, the problem is in my eyes is that I feel like a lot of people don't know where to turn to get those voices heard, to tell these people like, yo, we want this done. We need this policy changed. How do you know of an avenue that people can tap into easily where this can start becoming a reality?
Yes, I do it every day. I work with a non-for-profit organization, and we've worked on ordinance, the GAPA ordinance, the CPAC ordinance. I've collabed with people that's changing policies right now. The entire thing that they got right now with why there's no stop and frisk. I was a part of that campaign. I went to DC and I fought for that. I spoke for that about my personal issues and to congressmen and senators, and that's just like
salute, because that shit needs to go away. Salute for that shit.
So I've been a part of some of the changes that's happening in the city. I'm not talking about a dream. I'm not talking about something I think should happen. I've been a part of the change.
So people who want to go down that same path, they could reach out to you and you could assist them along that path. Like
yeah, definitely. I work with police reform groups. Some groups I probably wouldn't put them out there like that, but I definitely have access. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Mogul Minds, Isaiah, they got my information. Anybody actually trying to get in contact with me or some of the service I do on the north side, Uptown, Rogers Park, or even throughout the city, I work with a lot of different groups. Man, just to put awareness out there. A few months back, it was almost going to be a race war, and all the black people want to fight the Mexicans in Little Village over something that was happening, I think, in Garfield Park or like somewhere like not even in that neighborhood. And it's just crazy.
There was a lot of propaganda being spread.
Propaganda, man. So I went to Little Village with a couple of my guys and the people that I work with in different communities, and we was able to squash a whole race war.
That's what's up.
It's like, man, when you're talking about getting involved means get off Facebook, get off social media, complaining, talking about what's not happening and who's not gonna figure out what you can do in your immediate area, because your voice counts. So sometimes people think they go out there. I see people with their "I voted" stickers. That's like not even half the battle at this point. We already got a black president.
That was hilarious.
That's like 2% of the battle, right? Like, it's not about just going out there to the polls, but it's about making sure, like, before these people get your vote, that they have a plan in progress for you once they do get into that position.
And let me also add, we actually do need to hold these bitches accountable.
100%.
All of them on every side.
Strong verbiage, but I do agree.
No, only the dirty politicians are bitches.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
Y'all work for us. It's been like, bro, like they literally don't do a single
thing. Guys, I want to jump in because I was listening, and I just want to tell you something, and I've been saying this for ages now. I come from a different country. I've seen communism. Like, my parents have lived through communism. They've lived through other shit, through corrupt government. I see it every day happening in Bulgaria. Like, our country was protesting for 54 days. Nothing happened. And what I'm fearing from what I'm seeing happening right now in the United States is I'm fearing that this government is going to turn to just that. So these fights that Darrell is talking about is just the beginning. We're going to have to fight way harder than we are even trying to fight right now. We're going to have to push way harder than this if we want this country to actually stay the way it used to be years ago, because we all know that it's not how it used to be.
It's shifting towards communism every day.
Yeah, I was listening to something, and I know that a lot of people will get triggered by the way the country used to be. I was listening to Dr. Boyce Watkins. He used to be a finance professor at Ivy League schools. Yeah. And one of the things that he was saying was in 1964, Black people statistically in almost every, from incarceration to employment to the Black family unit, literally in every single statistic, we're doing better than right now. So look, back then in 1964, there was 102 Black elected officials. By 1992, it was like 8,000, and situations got worse. So I feel like one of the largest things that we have to do is start actually looking at these people and what they're saying and stop voting because they said some nice words and look like you.
Yep.
I think that's a huge thing.
Bro, they throw our people looking for, like us in front of us, and then we just blindly vote. They don't know anything about what they doing or nothing. It's wild.
Like Democrats, what have they done for you? What have they given you? You've given them your vote, right? For how many years? 60, 70 years, but what have they given you? And like these cities where we have the highest area of crime, where we have the biggest, most people in prison, all these crime bills, who wrote them? Who wrote them? Who runs these cities? It's all Democratic policies. And again, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Is it forming a new party, just walking away? But
hey, listen, I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off, man.
No, please.
We have to educate ourselves as to what we're dealing with. We live in a society that's so lost on history and culture. People, I think, man, 85% of the people I know identify with being Black, with being Democratic. They have no idea of policy. They have no idea who these people are or the history of them or what's going on. They're saying, oh, I'm Black. Well, I'm a Democrat because the Republicans are racist. That is not true.
It's not true at all. Republicans were started by free Black men.
That's exactly what it is.
I mean, it's not true. I mean, Democrats literally fought for slavery. They fought for Jim Crow. They fought for segregation. The guy who was about to become president in 1975 supported separate busing of students. He said, "Oh, I don't want to send my kids to a racial jungle." He's about to be president.
Racial jungle was the exact verbiage that he used.
I just want to beat his ass. I just want to beat Joe Biden's ass.
Kill me now, please. Just take a gun and.
Man,
it's infuriating.
I just want to smack Joe Biden.
If people aren't educated on these things, then it's going to be a lot easier for big system government, big brother to control them. And that's what they want, essentially, is people who are easily controlled. And some people think that because it's America, you have the right to be mad all the time, that you're not being controlled. They're controlling your anger. You're mad at all the time.
Hey, cause y'all, I need y'all to educate me on something real quick. I may be out of the loop. I don't want to sound slow or nothing, but don't laugh at me. All right, so look, what's going on with Kamala Harris? Like, I ain't never heard her. I don't know what she did. Like, why people don't really fuck with her? Like, what she do?
She was locking niggas up. She was working for them people.
She was locking people up.
She was a prosecutor, I believe, or she held some high position
in California. And she
imagine the state's attorney. Like, how I'm up be like, it's you against the state, my man, bullshit ass state's attorney guy. That's who she was in California.
Okay.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Like people up for weed, bro.
She was outstanding. So that means if you was a nigga and you went up against her 9 times 10, she sent your ass to penitentiary.
She bragged about smoking weed, but then she was putting people in prison for smoking weed, and then she's out here bragging about
Hold on 1 second, Emil, because Vino is actually a rapper, so I would like him to understand the context in which this liar fucking lied. She said when she was at college in the 80s, she was listening to Biggie and Pac albums smoking weed.
Piece of garbage.
Biggie
in the
and
80s.
Albums weren't fucking out in the 80s when she was
play that shit. It was on the Breakfast Club, wasn't it?
In the 80s.
She was talking about Digital Underground.
And that fake laugh. Oh, and then not only that, but she put parents in prison because their kids were late to school. And then she laughed about it.
She said Biggie and Pac.
She talked about
Didn't nobody know Pac, who Tupac was in Digital Underground?
Right. Not at that time.
He was only a backup dancer back then.
I did not know that.
All look that up. That's a hip hop gem for those of you who didn't know.
Didn't her like grandparents own slaves, bro, or some shit like that? Or like her
Henry, that's what I was about to talk about. So Henry, go ahead and finish that point you was making.
I don't know if it was her grandparents or great grandparents literally owned slaves.
Yep. That's true.
Who owned slaves? The Kamala Harris
Kamala Harris's grandparent or great whatever.
Great grandparents, I think. If I'm
Hold on, wait a second.
That's a fact.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's crazy.
to put
That's
that on that label.
crazy.
She's not African. She
Well,
claims
I
to
have
be
no
from Africa.
knowledge
Wait a
of
second,
this,
wait
so
a
I'm
second,
staying
wait a
out.
second. Wait, listen to me. Listen to me.
I ain't know, bro. I ain't know either. That's why I'm
I'm putting
asking.
that
I'm
on
like,
her,
what?
Joel.
All we
I'm putting
know,
that on.
all of us had an ancestor that owned slaves. We don't know that. Ain't nobody did the research to know what was going on with nobody's
I own
grandparents,
slaves.
great-grandparents. For real, man, we don't know.
Darrell, we can't
I
even
won't
do the
hold nobody.
research if we wanted to.
I wouldn't hold that against her. That doesn't have me personally. I don't think that's a fault of hers if her grandparents.
Yeah,
owned slaves.
yeah, I would agree
She
with
has
that.
a chance in this lifetime to redeem herself
Yeah.
and her ancestors.
That's big facts, but and it would
Yeah.
just be easier to believe that that's what she wanted to do if she didn't spend her entire career locking up people, putting them back.
Yeah, that is.
Didn't
Hey,
she-
knowing
didn't she also-
about all of
Okay,
that makes
I-
you believe that. That's why. It makes
Okay, wait. All right. So my question is, right? Her being a ethnic woman in that position, right? Like, what is another way she can handle being that? Should she not lock niggas up?
She could have been a good person, you know.
Well, look,
Maybe not for like weed or something, you know, like it's not, that's not a
She
big
didn't-
deal.
It's not that she just locked people up. Like there are cases where she withheld evidence, knowing that people were
withheld
innocent.
Yeah, I heard that too. That's what I heard. I heard she got
For
caught
labor,
lying
for labor.
and some bullshit.
Right.
More than
And she
once.
laughed about it.
Whoa,
And then
hold
she
on,
laughed
wait.
about it.
So she withheld evidence that,
Yes.
that equated to niggas going to jail?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then she
that's
said,
good.
"Oh, I didn't know.
Nah.
I was
Yeah,
in my
that's it.
office."
Listen,
Bullshit.
she's the type
that's
of
all I
person.
need.
That's all you need
She's
to
the
hear
type of
about.
person
it.
that's
That's
signing off to get people released later on shit that she the reason they locked up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
nah.
so she's
Nah,
like,
crazy.
oh, I'm
nah.
getting all these
She-
people out of jail. Like,
She
bitch,
is-
you locked them up.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
a
and she
slime
was-
ball.
You remember she was
Yeah.
running for president, and
Oh.
she called out Biden for being a racist segregationist, but now they're all buddy buddy, right? Oh, she
Oh,
forgot about that.
motherfucker,
that bitch.
motherfucker, what's the girl name off Scandal? Olivia Pope ass motherfucker, one of them.
Yeah.
She one of them.
So
Hey,
guys,
you see-
what's
You
that,
see her
Gabby?
face and you know it. You see her face and
fake
you know
laugh.
it.
Yeah,
She's
I'm
Hillary
definitely-
Clinton 2.0.
Yeah,
But
she might
real
be worse
Olivia.
because Hillary couldn't
she's gonna
trick
be president.
as many black people as Kamala can.
Yeah, and she's going to be president. Make no mistake. Like Biden is out to
Oh,
lunch. Like, he's done.
If Biden has 3 years in office, I'll be incredibly
shocked.
surprised.
Yeah.
I'll be shocked if he
You
gonna get a
remember people
full
were
ride.
saying that about Trump too, though, at the beginning of his term.
But here's the thing. Remember that 25th
that
Amendment?
nigga
where,
Trump rode it all the way to the wheels fell
Bro,
off.
and wanted 4 more, like run it back.
but he said it.
back, son.
Like Biden has admitted
Yeah.
it. He's like, this is going to be a Harris administration. He said it multiple
he
times.
said
also
he's a transitional candidate.
Yeah, he said it, and then he's like, "You think I'm kidding?" And the guy's one more aneurysm away from like being 6 foot under. Like the dude literally has metal
I
pins
don't
in his
know
head.
what drugs they gave this motherfucker to pick him up for a couple
That's
of
what I
weeks.
want to know. Because
Dude,
That nigga, he
it doesn't
not a-
even
he
matter.
not a
I think we
human
just,
being. His ass an
yeah,
alien.
man.
This is turning
I-
into a comedy show. This is the greatest stand-up I've ever heard of. He said one
His ass
step
is-
away from an aneurysm.
he's
Hey,
His
so
ass
real,
is a
right?
look,
He's
fucking,
got
guys,
metal
he a
pins in his
fucking
head.
zombie.
That's
real
a
quick,
fact.
real quick, guys, one more 1 minute video to show you guys, just to go along with the other video I wanted to show you guys earlier in the video. Boom, I'm gonna play this one real quick. I want to know what you guys thought. There was a police reform hearing 2 days ago.
Oh,
Aldermen
good.
get the chance to present their ideas to hold city police officers more accountable. They'll review 2 proposals made to the Public Safety Committee. One would give a civilian board more power to hire or fire the police superintendent. This morning, aldermen will have the chance to present fresh changes to their existing proposals. And we do expect changes after CBS 2 exposed the botch raid of Anjanette Young, an innocent woman
That lady look like my
forced and
grandmama.
naked by officers who raided the wrong house. Since
Well, I
then,
would've killed- I
aldermen
would've
and the
killed
mayor
one of
have
them.
promised
That
policy
video was tough.
changes, especially for police search warrants. Pango
I like
would've
that
killed
first
one of
point.
them. I would have killed one of
Got to
them.
put hands on them.
Yeah,
I'd kill.
Oh,
man,
yeah.
they would allow nothing. They wouldn't have to allow me to do shit.
No, man. I think.
Yeah, but
I mean, these
then
people.
we got a bigger tragedy on our hands, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
then
right.
It's an
No,
entire
you're
thing,
gonna
and
do
now-
it. But
Yeah.
I'm saying, but you gonna be held accountable on some group like
Right, now you're going away too,
I'm
and
gonna
now
tell you.
it's-
I'm gonna tell you. I don't care. I don't care,
You're
nigga. Some
gonna be
shit.
dead, and they're
Some
gonna
shit
spin
worth
the
it.
story.
I don't
was
care.
saying.
I won't care, bro. If I seen my grandma on the news naked crying like that, bro,
Yeah.
it would be nothing that could stop me,
Mm.
fool. Nothing.
I don't know, man. I don't think that's a win for you. You know what I'm
It
saying?
don't-
Like
I don't
I
care
think
about the win. I don't
Nah,
care
but
about
you
the
need
win. It
to,
ain't gonna
'cause-
matter. It ain't gonna matter after that. If I see my grandma naked on TV crying like that, bro.
But
ain't
now
all
gonna
right,
you're
but
do
let
nothing.
me ask you this though.
Nothing.
What about
could
the
stop
people
me,
that
bro.
have other people that depend on them? Now you go fuck yourself up. Now those people that depend on you are fucked up. How does that
Hey.
help your general family situation? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, motherfuckers and died for less.
I'm talking about changing that. I'm talking about fighting the fight that they're fighting with us
Bro,
through.
that shit just
what
broke
the
my
bill
heart.
says.
Seeing that lady like that just broke my motherfucking heart, Joe. Hell no, bro. They
Nah,
bogus as hell, bro.
It should
Yeah,
have.
she was.
It should have. But we
They
we
bogus
do
as
have
hell,
to
G.
discuss
I
effective
agree.
decisions that don't end up, like I'd said, destroying more lives than need be. Like realistically, if
It
those
wouldn't
dudes
be.
had an insurance policy on them,
Hey,
this one
I
alone
hear
should
what
have stepped their
y'all
premium
saying.
up.
I hear what y'all saying, but I would have been on autopilot, Jack. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And
I
a
would've
lot of
been on
people,
autopilot, Jack.
people think like that. And
Yeah.
I
and
would have
this
been
is
on
this
straight
is what
autopilot.
this is what
If
government has to
boy,
understand. A lot of people are going to react in the same way that in the same way that you mentioned, which is why we
I'm
have
just
to come
saying,
up with solutions beforehand.
if that was my grandmother or my mama, my man's, it wouldn't have been nothing you can say to me. It wouldn't have been nothing you could say to me. I'm sorry. They gotta people, man, this shit crazy, bro. They wilding. They wilding
Yep.
out.
And it happens all the time.
Hey,
It
wow.
happens
Not
all the
only
time.
are they running down in our cribs like that on a regular basis.
Look, all of that
Really
is
pushing
wrong,
it.
but
Also, they got
I-
strong gun laws, so I can't have a gun to protect myself from y'all.
It's about to get
Crazy,
worse.
bro.
With the
Busting
gun
in
But you
laws.
know,
Did
I
y'all-
get it
About to get worse.
completely. Like, I get your point of view with your grandma and like, or if it was your mom or anybody. Like, if I were in that video, like, I would be torn to pieces. And this is a lady, like, everybody gets it, but at the same time, you got to think about what would happen. I didn't see how many officers were there. I think it was like 5. That's how
Like
many I
9 of them. Yeah.
counted.
It's like 10.
Yeah, it was like 9 of them. Big dudes too.
9.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm not
Enough
sure,
for a
but,
raid.
like, if you rage towards them, don't forget that these are people that this is their job, and I'm not justifying it in any kind of way. But if you raged against them, they would have shot you regardless, and they
Nah.
wouldn't care if it was your mama, grandmama,
Hold on.
father.
Gabby,
Or the
Gabby,
dad
I'm
with a
sorry. I
smile
do
on
not
my
want to
face.
cut you off. But in this country, the Second Amendment that everybody keeps crying about these guns while these white people were armed and ran in the White House, the reason they were able to do this is because the law dictates. If even the government, if police, if anybody violates your rights, you need to bear arms to defend yourself. You have
Yep.
the right to do that.
You're not
So,
about to run
in
in. You're
this
not about to run
particular
in and
case,
snatch my
This is
granny
the
out the
reason
shower, bro.
for the law.
Yep.
This is
It's
the
not
reason
happening.
for the law.
That's why they want to take it away from us so
No.
badly.
The
I'm
law
sorry.
is not being followed. Nobody cares about the law. These people be running these streets like they
No.
own the
I understand
world.
what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, if somebody was up in their house with their grandma and shot all 10 of those cops, they should not have even been able to go to jail or do anything
Yep.
because they
You
were
got a point.
following their rights.
Period.
Right. You got a
I
point.
agree, but that's in a perfect world. It's not in our world.
I mean, that's just due process. You see what I'm saying?
No. Hold on, Darrell. I can't let you get that one off. That's due process in a just and equal system.
Yep.
But I think what Darrell means is like we gotta demand that shit. Like
Exactly. That's
Man,
exactly.
listen, bro. I would have.
Like,
hey,
and
listen.
I feel you. Like
y'all
we
would have
just
had to.
allowing
Y'all
it
would
to
have had to
happen.
go
When-
ahead and march for me, bro. Y'all would have had to march for me, fool. I couldn't have let it happen like that, Jack. I'm sorry. I just can't. I
Bro,
love my grandma and my aunties too much,
I'd rather
bro.
march. I'd rather march on behalf of somebody who shot the police and then they were exercising
man.
their Second Amendment than march
Yes, man.
to see if they're going to beat the case. And then
Right.
I'm looking all crazy when they lose and
That
this
shit
mama
dead,
screaming
bro.
and crying in the streets. All these
Yeah.
pictures of you
And you-
slain in the street
Man,
and nothing,
no,
not
man.
a piece of justice. Not
Yeah,
a piece
no.
of justice.
You're marching, and they got a 99% rate where they don't get locked up for these crimes. 99% of the murders they commit in our country, they get away with. Like,
And there's
That's
tell to march for
crazy.
that shit because you know what the outcome's gonna be. The statistics show.
So
what the
guys,
outcome's gonna be.
real quick, because obviously this is something that we're all thinking about, and we're supposed to go to 9. If we go over a little bit, that's fine. But I do want to lighten the mood while staying on topic to a certain degree, because there is a certain level
You fucked it up playing the actual video, bro. That
Hey,
shit fucked it up.
Hey,
Oh yeah, man, that shit was
Don't
crazy.
don't trip
That
though.
was my
shit was
first time
heavy.
seeing it, honestly.
This
That
is
shit was
one of
heavy, bro.
me too, and I understood everybody's reaction. I completely understood it. Like, and it enraged me when I saw it, and that's why I felt the need to post it, and that's why I felt the need to bring it up now. So I do want to show y'all one more video, but the last like 10 minutes of the podcast, and we're only gonna spend 10 minutes on it, but we are gonna talk about this rush in the Capitol situation. I'm saying 10 minutes right now. I'll say 15. I'm gonna try to not go forever on that.
Hell
Let's
no, we
say about
gonna
that
be here
tonight.
till 10,
Got a
bro.
lot to say about that.
We're not gonna
Yeah.
do that tonight, but I am gonna play this video real quick. This is from a YouTuber. I just fuck with him. I think he's fucking hysterical. You guys have probably all seen his videos cross your social media platform at some point. It's a quick 2-minute video. His name's Long Beach Griffey.
Oh yeah, he funny as hell.
He just released this a couple hours ago.
He's a whole fool.
He is a fool. Like, this dude is ridiculous. This is not our content. This is Fair Use Act. We are showing and giving him a play, YouTube. So don't pull us down for nonsense. We are showing this YouTube creator. And
Damn,
I'm
that nigga
telling
almost got
our
1 million
subscribers
views today.
today, like
Oh,
within the
nah.
last 24 hours, right?
He's
Probably
Like,
go to jail for that now. That
he's
DMCA
going,
one.
he's going crazy.
He snapped.
Like, all right, so the title of the video is How Cops Were Treating Protesters in DC. So this is gonna be funny. I'm certain his outlook, he never really takes the outlook that people assume. Oh shit. You guys should be able to hear it now that I unmuted it.
Hey, come on, guys, come on! What's the big idea? Fuck you! Hey! No profanity. Come on, man. What's going on with you guys? Suck my dick! I am not a homosexual. I do not do that. Come on! Can we just relax? Your mom was relaxing her throat on my cock last night. Actually good. That was a good one. That was a good one. Not gonna lie. Salutations. Have a nice day, my good sir.
Oh my God.
What you doing? I'm walking home. Watch your fucking mouth talking to me like that, boy. I am not your fucking officer. No, chill. I feel threatened by your baboon flag. Stop it, stop it, stop resisting. Oh, fuck, I'm not resisting, man. I didn't say resisting.
He said existing.
Cup of mace.
You can say a cup of
This
mace.
is terrible. I feel bad for laughing.
Hostile is being aggressive. I think he has a bazooka in his pocket that he bought with welfare checks and a nuke under his do-rag. Nope. Not today. I'm not even wearing a do-rag. They're neutralized. We did it.
This nigga's retarded.
Hey guys, come on, man, get out of that window. Seriously, you're gonna hurt yourself. Be careful.
That's a damn shame. That's a shame.
This is so wrong on so many
Accurate
levels.
characteristic to
It's
the
a joke, but it's
Funny though.
real.
It's real.
It's satire like a motherfucker.
Satire, yep.
Oh my God.
So Ide, what are you saying?
He was.
You know when you watch a movie from like they'll show you Nazi Germany, right? And they'll go back to like footage from then. Imagine if like this is the clip that sums up America in the 21st century. You know what I mean? Like
So
shit,
wrong.
even-
I don't know.
even like it's crazy, bro, that this is where we're at. You know what I'm saying? Like, as much as it is, like you said, satire, bro.
All right. So I got a question real quick for all the non-heavily melanated people on the podcast right now. So
Let's go.
Darrell and Vino, I don't want to hear from you on this one.
My granddaddy white.
What?
I don't want to hear from you guys on this one because our opinions are
Discrimination.
obviously going to be biased. So my question is this. What do you guys genuinely and honestly believe would have happened had these protesters been black armed Republicans that would have rushed the Capitol building in the same fashion?
Hey, can I just ask, like, did these people announce that they were like gonna form here on this day? There were like
Yes,
Facebook pages and shit like that.
yes,
Yes.
kind of. So Trump called them to have a rally early in the morning,
Okay.
but I don't think he called them to go to Capitol Hill to protest or anything. Of course, they're going to blame him for that, but I think they just went there because it was a smaller group from the rally from earlier. It was only like 1,000 people, whereas the rally had more people. So
Okay.
they just kind of congregated there later.
Somebody had to rush the Capitol.
Honestly, I thought
So,
they were lured into a trap. I
well, yeah,
think I
because
think
what
it was
I'm
a trap.
saying
It was
is
a
like
setup.
whenever there's been a protest in any major city, they have been more than well prepared to handle
Yeah,
all of those situations.
you bring up a good point because like shortly right before they started rioting, all the news they just left. They took off, and then the police kind
Right.
of backed
Okay.
down. So I kind of felt like it was a little bit of a trap. Like I feel like they wanted them to do that again, just a political show, just so they can attack. Is what they do, right? They turn everything into some sort of politicized attack. So I kind of think it was a trap.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, bro.
But as far as Isaiah's question, I think it would have been a different reaction for sure. I don't know, man. It's weird times right now because all those people were maced, they were beaten. A girl was shot in the throat and killed. So it's not like they were all treated beautifully, right?
Right.
But then you see videos of them inside. They're taking selfies with police, and I'm like,
See
what
that,
are they
and
doing?
A
that's what
nigga
I'm
was sitting down at the desk, bro. He was at the
with his
Right,
desk
feet
on
up.
the
He
right.
phone.
had his feet up. He had like
So I
a
don't know what's
drink.
going on.
He had
Right,
an umbrella in his drink.
but
Like he was really cooling out. Like he was on the
yeah,
beach
My
and everything.
man, my man's was in
it's weird.
a bear skin cape
So
with
that dude,
Viking horns.
that dude's actually an Antifa member. He's been in other like Antifa
Yep.
protests.
Oh
So
wow.
so
Yep.
again, I don't know if they started the violence, but
So
for
let me
sure,
get right.
there's even a paper that's been going around. Antifa posted about them dressing up with MAGA hats and going down there. So I don't know. I have no
So do
idea,
you
but
think that
But
this
what
all
was
of
the
this
goal?
the spin up in the media right
to
now,
make them look bad,
like the way they're making it seem like it was
distraction,
just right? Okay. Why
distraction.
do you think that is when if it's a, let's say, predominantly black protest, they spin
Because
it
they,
one way, and then when it's a white protest, they're spinning it on another way now? Like it's all a way of control. And
it's
which way
all
are they
control.
trying to lead us, in your opinion?
So those are so Trump kind of broke the Republican Party, right? He's almost forming a new party.
Right.
So those people, they're not Republicans. Like they're completely on their own. So they're just, I don't know. I honestly have no idea where to go from there for them. But like, I don't know, man. It was a weird situation. Like, in their eyes, I think they just felt dismissed for so long. Like they're not being listened to. Everybody's calling them white supremacists, right? And it's kind of funny because that's kind of mirroring what we saw earlier with the protests, right? It's just weird. So
When can the brothers talk?
yeah,
Yeah,
Man,
can I hear
hey
your
D,
opinion
I'm
on
ready,
this?
bro. I'm with you. I'm right with you, fool. I can't wait. I'm gonna
yeah.
let them
Fuck,
get their
fuck
shit
the
up
back
though.
of this. Fuck the back of the bus.
But sorry, man. It's not the violent content, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what it is.
Hey, Gabby, to finish off this Caucasian response segment, can we hear your response on this?
Mine?
Yes, please. And we'll go to Henry since he's the lightest after us three.
Let's just I just can't. Let's just say we all know that there's racism. We all know it would have been a different response. It's not like there wasn't gonna be. We all know the difference. We're not blind. We're not
Right.
not dumb. Like at least I am not. So, so I feel like if it were the other way around, there would have been a different response. But to Emil's point, I do believe that shit was set up. I don't believe that I feel like they were let in because who the
Sure.
hell is gonna let this white ass hippie into the damn what do you call it, Capitol?
Right.
But
There's no way, dude. This shit
I
was
don't
set
feel
up.
bad. I don't
But
feel bad
even-
about storming the Capitol. We own that building, dude. Our taxpayer dollars go to that maintenance of that building. We pay all the politicians' salaries. So if there's one building I'm not going to cry over getting stormed, it's the Capitol building. You know what I mean?
But the question is, like, why do you think these people were met with such low resistance? Is it because of that fact? Like, say if it was a group of what Isaiah asked us, a group of black people, or like majority black
I don't know.
attendance in this rally.
If
Would
the
it have been the
GDs,
same
if the
response?
GDs storm the Capitol building, bro, Come on, man.
We know.
I mean, in today's
Come
political
on, bro.
climate, where I don't know.
Come on,
They probably
man.
would've just let 'em
Me
all in,
and
right?
Vino could storm the Capitol, and it'll be more
Right.
casualties.
Right. Just us two.
Yeah.
And so
We
why?
Guys,
know
you
that's
are
the thing.
intimidating. Don't forget, people are scared of y'all. So don't
Well,
don't
I
think
ain't gonna. I'm not gonna
Even
disagree
after
with that.
Obama,
You're right about that.
after.
I'm a little
I
intimidating.
don't know. I'm
No
not.
problem.
I'm all for it, but you know, all the other people like, I don't know. I don't
It's all
know.
for show. It's just it's just divide and conquer. It's what they do.
Yep,
It's
I
just
agree.
all
Yeah,
power. That's why
yeah,
they
I
victimize.
agree
That's
with
why they
that.
tell you you're different based on your skin color. It's all just to
Yep.
get you dependent on government, right?
Let me tell you something. I just want to add. It's totally off topic, but I have a 3-year. She's gonna be 4 years old daughter, and yesterday or the other day we were flying to Mexico, and she had seen like a darker, like Darrell's kind of color guy. Trust me, I don't raise my child racist. Yes, today there was one of my good friends. She's half black, half white, whatever. But my point is that she
where the
goes,
light
oh my,
at in this motherfucker? Let me
she goes, Mom, she goes, this black guy is scary. And I was like, Preya, I was like, dude, they're like us. They're the same people. They're good people, blah, blah, blah. Because I don't teach my child this.
So
And
I found that in my experience too. I have a 4-year-old as well, and it's like kids are inquisitive by nature, right? So they're gonna ask you. Now it's how you respond to that child and what you tell them that's gonna form those early thoughts of how they perceive a black or brown man or woman, right? So like,
so I asked her, who told you this? And she's like, my show on YouTube. And I was like, what did they say? And she said that black guys are bad. So just mind what your kids are watching, because I never heard that. And if I heard it, it would have been a big thing and a talk. But like, mind what your kids are watching, or if you have kids, and just think about what's being put out in the world to our children. Just
I
choose around them.
I know that I missed a bit of what led up to this, but I did hear the last like minute or two of what you guys were talking about. And one thing that I would say, I don't want to take away from anything you guys said. I would just like to add to it, not just what your kids are watching and what you're saying around your kids, but like, I can't tell you, and I'm willing to bet Darrell has experienced this just as many times as me, if not more. Vino, very probably too, depending on how diverse his neighborhood was. But I remember being a teenager, like 14, 15 years old, and seeing like women with children, 7, 8-year-old kids, and they would cross the street halfway across the block from me. Like, they would be walking my way and they would cross in the middle of the street. And it's like, what the fuck, you think I'm gonna run off with your little fucking butterball?
I done seen grown men do that.
I don't even know what to say to that.
So what I'm saying is, even if you never say anything racist to your child, but you do shit like that all the time, that shit becomes subconscious to your child.
And honestly, it's kind of like ingrained in humanity, right? Like, for thousands of years, historically, people have kept to their own. Like, it's only really in the last 100 years or so we're breaking down these barriers and like communicating with other people. This never happened before. Like, I'm a Syrian, dude. There's no fucking Assyrians hanging out with.
I'm gonna have to disagree a little bit.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
People across the world, whether they were Indians or Americans or African, they were tribalistic, and in the tribe, like how they say it takes a village to raise a child. You could in the neighborhood, well, I want to say like in the black community, you going door to door and know neighbors and frequently speaking with people are different, neighbors more or less. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to say different. I grew up in a very, very mixed community. Biracial by far. There's a lot of different cultures there. But
I'm talking about historically, like just historically going back 1,000 years in Europe, there was no Africans in Europe. Like, maybe there was a couple, but most Europeans living in these villages, they don't know. And I just think,
right, well, yeah,
2,000 years,
exposure too. It's like if you
2 to 3,000 years, right, living like that.
Around, like your aunt, your uncle, your brother, sister, mother, like. This their immediate circle, so they grow up knowing these people. If they're like Isaiah's kid, like he's gonna see a lot of Panamanian and
I just still though, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I can't 100% agree just because I come from the South Shore neighborhood. Now, and as y'all all know, Chicago is very segregated.
Oh yeah.
So, and where I grew up around our neighborhood, growing up now.
For the listeners, South Shore is it's the end of Lakeshore Drive, and it's about 5 minutes past or right where the Museum of Science and Industry ends.
But listen, it's all and Isaiah, you know, it's man, we don't even see white people if they ain't police officers.
Damn.
Man, yeah, like
that's my point. It's like you're not used to seeing that.
We don't even,
person,
but
so
still, but that
Gabby's
didn't make me prejudiced towards white people. Is what I was going.
All right, so what
you
was,
get what I'm saying?
Then you said you had somebody in your life not teaching you those types of values.
My mama didn't teach me shit about race. I'm gonna just keep it funky with you.
How'd you learn about race?
Bro, I never really cared. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, growing up,
that's
I
a
never
common
really
thing in a black household. That's really crazy. We're not taught.
I never really
all
cared.
we're taught is be careful when you walk down the street because
you
know the cops kill you. You know, like it's always about us being treated a certain way.
I never looked at another race and felt the way like, oh, maybe they're. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing was like me. I know my background and I kind of know my reputation a little bit, and I know I'm naturally intimidating. So when I approach any person in any race, I'm already kind of, guarded, like, because I don't, because yeah. Like,
Vino, I have a question for you, Vino. I know, like you said, like your mom is not racist, didn't teach you that. So if you brought a white girl to your house, your mama wouldn't say, "What the hell is this white girl doing here?"
No.
Not at all.
Mama neither.
Not at all.
Not my mama either. My first baby mama was white.
Yeah, no. My mama would not say that at all. Nope.
You know why I'm asking? Because, okay, so I come from, like I said prior, like I come from a different country. And literally to Emil's point, until I came here to America when I was 11, I had not seen a black person. I had seen one. A person that was studying in Bulgaria. He had dreadlocks and he was passing by my mom's job. And I said, "Mom, I love this man. I'm going to marry a black man when I grow up." I didn't. But
hey, Gabby, where are you from?
Bulgaria.
Okay, so
That's
like
dope.
I'm from Bosnia, right? And
I knew right away you were from Bosnia.
She hadn't experienced a black person in her life before she was 11. For me, I was 8 years old when I came to America.
Yeah, that's wild.
Same thing, bro. So it's like my upbringing, like luckily my parents were not like that. So when I came here, I did not have prejudice about being around black people. And
we don't talk about it because we never seen it. We don't have.
But like 9 times out of 10, when you're first just landing in America, you're gonna end up in a low impoverished neighborhood.
Yo, you know what's crazy? What's crazy?
Hey, you gotta repeat that.
When I came here, that's who you grew up early impressionable ages.
Breaking up,
you breaking up like but you were saying.
I think it's just back now.
Yeah, and I've heard quite a few of my like Eastern European homies or like friends that I know that didn't move here till middle school and after. When I went to high school with like a couple of the people on here. It was the second most ethnically diverse school in the nation.
Yo,
who was your locker partner? Say it.
Yo, wait, Isaiah. But before I forget what I'm finna say, let me say it real quick, bro. Because it's interesting to this specific topic. Most black people, you got to realize, in the black household, in a black household, when it come to race, you get what I'm saying, and what we are taught, the goal is for us to be around more white people because that equals success.
Right now, that's a Black American outlook, absolutely, and I would say
we're not taught to stay away from. We want to get in with a white area with the white people. That's what we want to go. You know what? That's what we trying to get to.
Right, because somehow white is perceived as having money, right?
Right.
Like
Well,
being in a
I'm
bad
I'm
economic
from the
situation.
I'm Caribbean American, right? So my
It's a
family
little
Jamaican
bit
and Belizean.
different in
Yeah,
that
yeah, y'all
household. It's a
different.
little bit
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
equate white to wealth. We look
Right.
at it like,
Yeah.
you know, if you're moving with white people, you different. You just different altogether. Like, okay, you know, he would, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
White brother,
that,
them, you know what I'm saying? You gotta watch how you
y'all
different.
crazy. Y'all
It
mad.
ain't
Y'all
We never
mad
cared in
different.
my house either. I
like I say though, so we more tribal. So we rely on each other. That's why you see the reggae parties everywhere where you see some Jamaican people. You see a lot of Jamaican parties. You see a lot of Jamaican.
Yeah, but the problem there is motherfuckers want to all kick it for the party, but nobody wants to do group economics in the Caribbean community, just
Hey.
like a whole bunch of other communities.
That's also an interesting point
That's
that
why I
Darrell
do
is
my work.
making. Hey, Darrell. So when you say you're tribal, right? Like you're saying like, all right, with the example we had earlier, like if Vino brought home a white girl, and you said it too, like your mom wouldn't care. But if you are tribal, don't you, like, say your children, don't you prefer for them to go along with somebody of the same descent, say either by nationality or religion, whatever that is, some similarity in culture, that when they do get married and start building a family unit, some people look at it like an opposition, or it's going to be tougher on your life if you are not of the same thing. What do you say to that?
Well, if I could be very blunt, black culture and white culture is not the same.
No,
Our culture isn't. We don't say like if you black, you a part of my culture. There's a lot of different subcultures. While we're still tribalistic people today, what people call Crips and Bloods or GD and Stones and all these different gangs.
No, people do it with sports teams.
Sports, yeah, like you say,
well, everything is a tribe. But
yeah,
what
we're tribalistic by nature. It's in human nature. But for me, being Caribbean, man, if you're eating oxtail and talking patois, you one of us. You're not one of us necessarily because
that's not what I'm asking. That's not what I'm asking. I'm not saying the superficial one of us. I'm saying the real one of us.
No. You don't understand.
I think you might be missing his point a little bit. For example, my dad's from Belize, right? I know that Darrell's have Belizean.
Right.
In Belize, my dad's one. So when the Great Potato Famine happened to the Irish people, a
Right.
lot of them went to all throughout Central America, in Belize too. All right, so my dad's best friend growing up was a fucking white boy, Irish nigga that was a straight Caribbean nigga, but he was white.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So, but he's fucking Belizean though. Like,
Yeah, we
type
have
white.
Asian Jamaicans. We have like Indian Jamaicans,
right.
Belizean Jamaican. Like if you look at the Belizean flag, it's a brown brother and a lighter, pretty much brown brother, but they're different tone people shaking hands. It's like we're in my tribe is different than what you consider tribalism, because your heritage and cultures, like you say, more European, they're based off like if you're following this God, if you're in like Jewish cultures, you got to go off the mother and the bloodline. We're not that deep.
America got the weakest flag on earth. Why y'all flag so hard?
We got the only flag with people on it.
Y'all flag hard as hell. That shit hard.
Yeah, the Belizean flag it's all about unity. So like I said, what I'm trying to explain, I'm sharing my culture with you just by saying like, man, when you want us, you want us. You're not one of us like, oh, you just that, like that's like oh, we in our culture, you don't go that deep into the culture and you're faking it. We don't believe in sellouts and traders and this and that. Like when you see somebody with the dreads and we embrace them. We don't shun them. So it's a little different because you don't even have to do all that to be accepted.
Right.
So it's a lot more acceptance.
Yeah, it's more about loyalty and traditional things that we do as far as my family and my culture. But
like values, you're saying, like more like moral values than it is so much about these.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I think that's the way it should be.
I respect that. Yeah, that's definitely how it should be.
That's the goal, I think, is to be like that, right?
But we've all been so programmed, right, to this point now where like you do have a majority of the population that is either leaning Muslim, Catholic, Orthodox, Jew, like these are all dividers within the globe, the people on this planet, right? And My bad. I didn't mean to say globe, guys. By the way, that was totally a slip up. I
Got him.
apologize. I'm taking it back.
It was bound to come out in the conversation,
Hey, no,
right?
yeah. Hey, I just wanted to dead that right now. That was a slip up. That was my programming, but you know.
We heard you. We heard what you said.
It's cool. Hey, anyway, my larger point is that like there are these divisive man, just everything is divisive, right? It's
Social
like
barriers.
you either land on this or that. So it's just like what you said, bro. Morals and values got to become what matters
You gotta
most.
stand over everything else.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that is just tradition, right? It's just like old world tradition that we just still haven't gotten rid of.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean where like old dating, like going back historically, a lot of these traditions are kind of like these social barriers we put up, like language, race, like aren't these kind of just man-made stuff? Like there's no race. Like we're all the same damn thing. Like if I cut your ear off, bro, you're not gonna bleed green or anything. It's the same shit. Like we're all the same. It doesn't matter.
Well, honestly, I don't know. Listen. Culture has a lot to do with everything. If we're in Africa and you cut my ear off because it's tradition, then it's okay. Because you're cool with it. That's what it is. In America, you know what I'm saying? If you cut my ear off, I'm gonna call the cops, right? You know,
hold on, Darrell. Just because culturally people have made something okay does not mean that it's okay. For example, what goes on Epstein's Island is culturally okay on Epstein's Island, but none of us are cool with that shit.
No, see, that's what we're talking about, tribes. That's when you find tribalistic people who are like your specific tree. You say, okay, I'm this type of person. This is who I'm gonna be. You know, you make that decision when you wake up and you leave your door or you protect your house or how you live your life. And then you meet with people like you. Your tribe gets together and then you nation build. You meet with other tribes, there's other people like you and other groups of people like your groups. And that's when you build economics on a community level. You know, I recommend everybody ask a neighbor or talk to somebody who lives around you and ask them about some of these topics that we're talking about and then ask them what they're going to do about it. You know what I mean? And then you start from there and start
we're starting the conversation to put it out in the
building a shared.
This is one of those conversations that Darrell is exactly talking about. Like, and this is what I was asking you earlier, Darrell, is like people who don't know the avenues to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, say somebody's watching this, they don't have family members they can discuss what bothers them in their community, or you know what I'm saying? Like, they need something to become a part of, or somebody say they do got to fight, but they don't know how to fight it. Like, somebody got to show them that. And it's like, I think a lot of people are just lost because they're like, it's so much bigger than me. I don't even know where to start the fight. You know?
Let me ask this question. Does multiculturalism work? Like, because a lot of people, like in this country right now, it kind of looks like it's falling apart, right?
No,
and is it because of multiculturalism historically has not worked?
Emil, hold on. Emil, to your question, I think Rogers Park is absolute proof that multiculturalism can work when cultures do not try to take over other cultures. You live on Devon in California. You're literally in between Little India and one of the largest groups of Jewish homes in Chicago. And while you're in in that area, that's one of the largest Assyrian communities in the city. That's one that you got a ton of Black people, you got a ton of Eastern European people. You have so many different races right there, and nobody is really freaking out about it. Half of us got our own favorite Indian dish.
But listen,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like it can work to some degree.
If there's a specific tribe that like to cut niggas' heads off, and it's just this what they like to do, should we leave them alone?
Got a lot of those in the Middle East.
Whose heads are they cutting off? Like
are they cutting their own heads?
No. Look, you guys remember 2 years ago?
It depends on the head.
That little island off of India where the Christian missionary went to bring him white Jesus, and they sent him to meet him.
They killed his ass.
They sent his ass to meet white Jesus.
He should have known. Like, why are you going over there?
But
Sinhalese Island.
What I'm saying is, should we just not feel the way that they just ritualistically just chop niggas up, just bam? That's just what they do. You know what I mean?
Wait a second.
Maybe that's why this country works, because of the states.
No. We're not accepting that, because they were doing things. They were doing great things in this country, man, just like they were doing in Africa thousands of years ago, and they don't talk about it because it destroys their ideology of exploration that gives them dominance as being Europeans that came and founded all these different cultures and saved these wild Indians. Because if you do the research, all the same pyramids that's over there are over here, and this is a much smaller place, you know. So whatever was going on,
largest pyramid in the world is on the American continent, the continent.
Yeah, it's in like Ecuador. No, where's that? South America.
That largest one in the world is in South America, but there's supposed to be pyramids in the Grand Canyon, and there's all types of sculptures and
aliens, bro.
It's pyramids here in Illinois, in Collinsville, Illinois.
Yeah,
but
mountains.
But it destroys the culture when people don't know who they are or what they're capable of doing. So
it's weird.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry, man.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's good. I'm just saying, like, as far as what can work and doesn't work, people should have an ideology of these different tribal thoughts, and different practices, and different ways of see. Because by me being Jamaican and Belize, those are American islands and Central America. Like, my people have hundreds and hundreds of years of history that doesn't have nothing to do with being slaves and this and that. And I'm a Black person. So I don't identify with what a person, you see me, you might think a person's, you know, so beat up on slavery, and it's not like I don't have those hangups. So I'm able to leave my comfort zone, or what would be a normal comfort zone of the average young Black man, and I'm able to associate myself with politics, with different people. I'm able to work different jobs. I'm able to, you know, able to make myself relevant because I know that I'm a voice in my community. And it's like some people feel like, man, they watched a movie about slavery, or something didn't go their way, and they got hemmed up by the police, or whatever happened in their own personal life, on top of how they already feel, and then they give up. Once they give up, then you lose that admiration that you would have got from a person to make them effective enough to get up and actually do something positive or effective about the situation that we're living in. You see what I'm saying? So then they turn to their own community, what people call Black on Black crime or whatever. You know what I'm saying? A person does a crime because, like I said, it's the closest person to him. If you shoot somebody's brother,
realistically, the crime is done. The only two factors that you can base violent crime on is economics and proximity. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, because if that's the case, then the shit that happened at Capitol Hill fucking yesterday, or at the Capitol building yesterday, was fucking white on white crime like fucking crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a fact. If we can get over that, if we can stop letting people try to identify what's wrong with us, or having people try to voice their opinion about people who didn't ask them to voice their opinion about, then maybe we can get to some of the issues. It's not really about blame, it's about solution. And we're not solution based in this society. Right now, what we're doing, even right now in this podcast, we're gonna blame Lori Lightfoot for what happened with those cops. But man, the cops are gonna get away with it.
It's the cops' fault.
It's a lot of, and she probably should step down with it. We got rid of Rahm for less, and people just need to understand people power, man. Oh yeah, we did it with him. So what does that mean? We're done now because she's in it? No, I understand it's a Black woman. Yeah, she's LGBT. All these good fancy words that make it good at being office. But if you're not going to be accountable and be the type of mayor we need to speak up for an old lady when the cops running up in her house harassing her, borderline raping her, then why are you
fuck out of here? No, she gotta go. She gotta go.
Right. Yeah. I feel you. I feel that. I feel that 100%. That's the realest shit I heard.
You brought up a good point too about how other people will like try to hijack, like people who don't necessarily have like any kind of vested interest, but they'll start communicating, but they don't necessarily. They start speaking on your behalf, but they don't necessarily have those experiences. They're just
saw it this entire year with specific Caucasian liberal activists. That's and exactly everything happening, you know, with Black Lives Matter, which is an entire organization that was co-opted.
It got hijacked by all these liberals. He's like, why is Hollywood trying to lecture me? Like a bunch of pedophiles, a bunch of idiots. Like, what are you talking about? This is not what this was about initially, right? And then you see all these people just not, like all these white liberals coming into cities rioting, talking like, what are you doing?
I feel like all these white celebrities are like joining the movement just so that nobody says they're racist because they are racist.
And they probably got some old racist tweets.
It's all projection. It's all projection. Yeah. They just want attention. They want to be accepted. It's trendy. It's whatever. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. If you find one of these people and you ask them, hey, give me a Joe Biden policy that you supported the last 50 years, they'll be like, they don't know what the hell they're talking
about. It's tribalism once again, like Terrell was talking about, but it's just tribalism in all the wrong ways. You know, like we don't need that type of tribalism. Yeah. We need people that are figuring shit out for us to be benefiting off of not a $600 stimulus package. And
Our own
you know what I'm
money,
saying?
our own tax money.
Which
Oh, but
was
that
which
shit
was
is
the
criminal.
biggest kick in the
Oh my
nuts.
God, you just pissed me off with that.
Yeah, that
Just
shit is
remind
How
me.
are
The
you gonna?
biggest kick
What
in
am
the
I gonna
nuts.
pay with $600? Which part? Like, what am I gonna
What's
pay?
the
Like, come
average
on, y'all.
rent in America? I know it's
Bro.
more than $600.
If you
The
got
what?
like at least a family of
Everybody-
four, $600 is
everybody
about
shoulda
maybe
rushed to
3
Capitol
weeks,
Week.
4 weeks
Yeah.
if
Hey,
you push
Such
it
bullshit.
of groceries.
if they was rushing the Capitol about that 600, I would have
A
supported.
family of
join
what?
that. And that's our money.
Yeah,
It's our tax
Darrell,
money.
I'm with you, Darrell. Family of what?
Wait, no, no. Hey,
Sure.
hey, hold on.
You saw where all that rest of the money went, right?
Oh,
I would
Emil, hold on.
support
So
it.
wait. Before we get into I's extremely terrible math, let's wrap this point up real quick.
That was not
Emil,
bad math. That was not
no,
bad math.
your math
Do
is
you know
bad.
how
And
much oxtails cost?
these other parents are about to
I'm
tell
not,
you. Your
honestly, I
math
don't
is
need to
definitely off.
oxtails, so no, I don't know how much they cost.
Yeah, oxtails
I,
are
what
like
do you live on?
$6.99 a
50 cents a
pound,
day?
bro.
No, hey, I'm saying, look,
I've never had oxtail, man. I gotta try it.
Oh,
I
bro,
said
you are
groceries
missing
for
out.
a month. Maybe if you're pushing it, you know, like
$600 is groceries for like a week
It's
if you
it's
cook
nothing.
at home.
Right.
that's true. That's true.
A family
But
of
if you
what?
eat out,
A family of four.
Hey, stay your ass at
Hey,
home.
look,
lock
man,
yourself
I was-
down,
You eat
can't go to
out,
work,
you're
here's
done.
your
You're done
$600.
with $600 like for like
hey,
I
bro,
don't know,
but
2
people
days.
people make it through with way less. They do. I promise you. My take is not that
This
crazy.
nigga that pulled up oxtails.
All right.
You guys gotta try them.
Yeah, I gotta try it.
I do too, man.
Hey,
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit do look good. I ain't gonna lie.
I haven't
That's
eaten
just-
anything, you guys. This is not, you know.
All right. So guys, look. So I don't know about like how far $600 is going with a family of four. What I know is me, my wife, and my son, my sister-in-law, fucking bro, $600 ain't really going that far. Especially, it's not even paying rent. Like, we gotta
nowhere
think
near.
about that. You know, how
They
the
should-
fuck are these
They
people
should have rushed the
paying rent?
Capitol as soon as they made
I
that
said I
announcement.
just focused on groceries. I just want to make that clear. I was trying to make grocery stretch.
Fuck that rent. I would buy groceries first too.
Yeah.
I don't even think giving us money is a solution because it's our own tax money. Eventually, you're gonna have to pay it back, or your kids are gonna have to pay it back. What they should do is lift these damn unconstitutional lockdowns, let people go to work, let people make money in their businesses. That's gonna go a way longer way.
Optionally,
They should cut taxes for a year.
Cut taxes is what exactly what they should do.
And you still
to
gotta pay your
Emil's point.
taxes?
To Emil's point, it should be optional. If you want to work from home,
100%.
you should be able to work from home. But if you want to open your business, you should be able to open your fucking
Who are
business.
you to tell me who I can have in my own home? Are you kidding me? Like you're
I'm
gonna tell me
starting to feel like that's a violation, all right. So I don't think they
It
can
is.
legally tell us
It is.
that.
I don't think they could either.
They're trying to sign. They're
power.
trying to change policy right now.
Yep.
So the mayor of New York said, don't ever let a crisis go to waste, because every time there's a crisis,
Fact.
just like the Patriot Act after 9/11, they always take power away. And trust
The
me, you
mayor
won't get
of
it
New
back.
York said that?
Yeah, that's definitely a quote.
What?
Bro, just show me one time where a government has taken away rights and was like, you know what?
You can
You
have 'em.
motherfuckers are right. You deserve them shits back.
No, you got to fight. It takes blood to get it back. And not only that, but he talked about it being a redistribution of wealth. Like Mayor de Blasio was on record saying that, yeah, we want to redistribute wealth. Why do you think all these businesses are closing? Why do you think Amazon's
But
making
Walmart and Target and Home Depot can stay
Yeah.
open.
$500 billion? Jeff Bezos is
Walmart,
richer.
yeah.
Amazon, right?
No,
But-
It's crazy,
Tesla
man.
just passed up Bezos today.
And this money that they're giving us is just
My
putting us
my
further in
my
deficit.
man's Elon.
All it means is each one of you is indebted to the government now. And it's something like $40,000 every man, woman, and child owes to the government. That's all this means.
But wait
But
a
we
minute.
never
I got a
signed
question
nothing,
for
so
y'all.
how
I
the
got a
fuck can they
question for the
put
group.
us under this shit?
Taxpayer money.
Walmart and Amazon.
I'm about to just move to the rainforest.
Hey,
This shit is-
they're
Something
doing.
about that city in
Vino's done
Mexico.
with this ass.
They're doing something right.
Well,
Hey,
I'm
Vino,
look,
that's
I'm
not,
just about to go live off the land. This
Vino,
shit is
Vino,
killing
that's
me.
not
It's-
even
listen,
cities,
I'm
bro.
out.
You ain't see Brazil?
Is it
I'm out,
because
man.
they're good business that they're still open, or is it
No.
because that they got the money to stay open? Like,
They
'cause
got the
people
money
need
and
shit delivered more than ever. You know,
That's true.
Walmart, Lysol, this and that, all that shit. People still need to go hit the stores, even though they're limited. Like, you know, some stores are staying open, but it's because of the taxes and the six people in and out or whatever. Like, businesses are changing.
What about liquor stores and dispensaries?
I mean, I just had to shut my
Churches?
business down.
It's not right. based
I
on
don't even
what-
understand what the 9 o'clock shit is about. Like,
Right.
I asked the day that they said
no,
no liquor.
Corona comes out after 9.
It's the boogeyman.
That's crazy.
No, it's all power. It's power grab. I'm telling you,
I
that's
don't-
all it is.
but-
Over politicized.
I live by
posted-
the cusp of the burb, so I go to the end of like Howard and get like Jules is still selling liquor to 12 o'clock, y'all. For those y'all,
Oh yeah, see, shout out Jules.
Ignoring this
Evanston,
Jules-
Evanston,
Oh, bro,
Jules
that's a
is for the
fact.
people.
No,
Yeah,
That's
Vinny,
a
Jules is
fact.
for the people.
Suburbs
the
got bars
suburbs
open
is
till like 2 in the morning still.
Yeah.
Like,
Save
Suburbs
yourself.
are open.
The
yeah.
suburb. I just had a guy in the studio last week who was in Florida. He's a Chicago native, but he moved to Florida. He opened up a private detective agency in Florida. He was like, oh, I didn't realize that it was still locked down like this. We're not living like this at all in Florida.
and that's how
Wow.
you know it's bullshit too, because a lot of
Nah,
states,
we not. I'm down here right now.
yeah,
That's
You
what
in
I'm
yeah,
Florida?
a
Yeah.
lot of states who didn't
Didn't
do
even know.
lockdowns, no mask mandates, they're doing fine. But look at Europe, look at Canada. They're
Man, I just said that
struggling,
on
and they've been
live. Wasn't
doing-
nobody supposed to know that. I just gave away my.
Hey, we're coming to get you, Vino. Don't you worry.
Nah,
Yeah, I
you
don't
don't want
give a
to.
shit
You
if
don't,
Florida,
you don't want to
Texas.
come on my. Well, I am. It's over with.
You're online. All these females are gonna storm you. Just watch out, bro.
Nah, I'm taking. I got a girlfriend.
All
She,
right.
and she crazy.
So look, guys.
Hey, with that said, I'll be right back.
Yeah, on a completely separate note, this is a lighter note, but this is something that we talked about earlier before all you people hopped on. And I want, while we still have a young lady on the line, Gabby, I definitely wanted to see the opinion here, because in my opinion, I'm gonna just go ahead and let you guys read it yourselves, and then we can have this conversation, kind of, because I want to hear a couple of the guys' opinions on this. I just think this shit is fucking hysterical.
I'll be quiet.
All right, so you guys can go ahead and read it out loud. I don't think we're gonna cut this up for listeners. We'll probably cut it up for viewers, but I will read it anyway. It says, "Men, if DNA confirms the baby is not yours, it doesn't change the fact that you must take responsibility of the baby. Women go through a lot in marriages, and women deserve better." I'm gonna go take a piss real quick and let you guys sit on that for a second. I'm gonna go do that, but you guys feel free to continue on conversation without me. I would love to hear your opinion first, Gabby.
As a young lady, I'm not that young, but what the fuck is wrong with this lady? I'm sorry. Excuse my friend. Okay,
I mean,
first of all, who made you go fuck half the neighborhood? Second of all, like, if you don't know who the daddy is, this man has all the rights to like walk off on this bitch anytime he wants to. Third of all, ain't nobody responsible for your kids. If you're out there hoeing around and fucking other guys, and I mean fucking guys in general, and you don't know who the daddy is, it's all your responsibility. Ain't nobody got in your pants without you letting them in, unless you were raped. And if you are, I'm so sorry. Like, seek help, but that's not the point.
yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't say no better than that. That's
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
That's it right
personal
there.
responsibility. Yep. I mean, it
Yep.
depends also, like if you know, I don't know what this situation is, but if like the girl was pregnant before and then she met a dude, that's different, right? That's a different situation.
There's
But
no situation, Emil. Like,
No?
you're a
Nah,
hoe.
that's
and
not.
you
That's
go
not different.
around
That's the same
out,
situation.
try to get guys to pay your bills, or you're not a hoe and you're
oh
a
yeah, no,
scared
that
hoe.
yeah, I agree.
And
I
that's
just meant
it.
like yeah, no, you're right.
You can't-
personal
Shit.
responsibility,
I can't be fucking with 5 guys, don't know who the baby daddy is, and then I make you pay
Right.
for it because I was trying to get dick everywhere. It's just
Oh,
the
yeah,
way.
no, that no. Yeah, that doesn't fly.
Now, if he know
That's what I
she
mean. Like
pregnant.
if he knew.
Yeah.
If he knew
if
it was
he if he knows she pregnant and then decide to move forward with her, he's
That's
still not responsible for the baby. But at the same
It's on him.
time, you know,
But this girl is
It's his
stating
choice.
that this guy is responsible regardless of the situation.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's her
that
point.
makes no sense.
That
That
makes no
makes
sense
zero
Makes
sense.
0 sense.
You know where it makes sense to me, and I was saying this earlier. Me and Isaiah were having this conversation. Only time it makes sense to me is if this man maybe did not upfront get some sort of DNA test done, then spent time with this child after it was born. Maybe I don't know, a few years. Who knows? However long it was.
What if he spent 18 years though,
bro, and grew attached? Like, you can't tell me that's not my kid now. If I raised them, like, I don't
Right.
give a fuck at that point.
Yeah,
This is
That's
You know?
It is your kid.
That's
It is
an
your
ugly
kid
one.
at that point.
I'd still be
That's an
pissed,
ugly
but
one right there.
yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
And
I
trust
don't
me,
know.
guys, like there's some guys out there like really shitty people. Like
Oh,
I'm not, but I think her comment in general wasn't well thought out. And I think she just blurted out whatever she was like. I don't know. She didn't express herself right, because to me, from my
no, she spelled all the words right and everything. She looked like she
No,
thought
she
this
needs to
out.
serious
be-
about that
nah,
shit.
I want to hear her.
I don't know. I feel like she didn't think about it. I honestly feel like that she didn't think about it, because there's no way, ain't nobody gonna tell my brother
when you put 3 dots after some shit, you thought about it.
And she's what? She's calling herself queen, so obviously she thinks highly of herself, right?
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way to take care of you and your bills and your kid. Like, yeah, 18 years is a little much, but like, you know, that's up to the man in that case.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, she's definitely gonna find somebody though. She's gonna find a dude who's gonna be willing to pay all those bills, right?
Oh yeah.
Emil,
They
those
are-
are
That's
what are-
fine if
that's
you
what-
agree to it, like Vino and you, Emil, said. Like, if you agree to it, yes. But
Right.
like, for her to put a baby on somebody just because the DNA test came wrong, that's not the way. Oh, look
That's
at
not
this
right, yeah.
coming online.
Hi.
Hey. Adorable.
Yeah, no, man. I mean, the key word to me in that was responsibility. Like, you will need to take responsibility.
You said
And-
must.
You gotta take
Not
full. You
even
gotta take
you
full.
must.
All right, must
Yeah,
take
yeah.
responsibility. So if
You're right.
you
That's
tell
the
me I
same
must
shit I
take,
was tripping on.
it depends on what my definition of responsibility is at that point. Because if that's not my kid, I feel like my responsibility is like, maybe when I see him, I'll buy him ice cream or something. But like, aside from that, like,
No, listen,
we
listen.
keep-
See, that's the problem with
He's an
everybody.
asshole.
No,
He's
it
an
would be
asshole.
nice. It would be nice if you bought him ice cream, but that ain't your motherfucking
You're not obligated.
responsibility.
that's if I felt that was my
No, I'm like-
responsibility.
he
You
like,
know what I'm
fuck
saying?
you.
Like, I could feel like,
See, how you feel is why she feel like she could say that. It's because it's brothers out there who ain't all fucked up in the game. And, you know, I ain't saying nothing about you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we boys, we go back. My shit is, if you're not the father, it's not your responsibility. I got
Yes.
9 children. I don't want one of my baby mamas out with some nigga trying to convince him to take care of my kid because
That's a
I got
fact.
kids or she don't want to
Good
be
point.
with me or whatever. And I'm the
all
whole
the way.
available father.
Good
All
point.
That's
the
a
way.
fact.
Facts. Yes.
Fact.
I agree.
And I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm saying if I felt like that's not my kid, but I want to go ahead and like,
buy him ice cream when he
hey,
see
when
him.
I see him, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I knew you for like 3 months of your life. Here you go. Here's the ice cream. Nah, I'm just fucking around, bro.
And no, that's one thing I'm saying too. Because if it's not his,
Oh,
what I'm
shit.
saying is, what's the big picture that nobody's addressing? I had a few arguments on Facebook about this. Like, I know these people because I don't know who that is.
Mhm.
But if he's not the father, then there is a father. And he is responsible. That's
That's
what
a fact.
that's what the big idea here is. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Whether
Man, you
he
right.
wants
I
to
ain't
take
even thinking
Gone,
about the
Darrell.
accident,
He
Daddy.
gone. He's
It don't
gone.
matter what that's
I
his
ain't think about
responsibility
him.
that he left on her. And if the
That's
next
great.
man want to step up and help her out with this next man's responsibility, there ain't nothing wrong with that. It's plenty of men that do it, but that's not his responsibility.
Yo,
But
Isaiah, what the fuck are you
if you
showing
trick
us,
somebody
bro?
to do it, oh no, now you
No,
tripping.
she's saying,
What are you showing us, bro?
What is
Now
that?
you tripping.
I'm not the only one in this group that saw the ads, the tabloids today.
Yeah, I saw it, but I avoided
didn't
it.
see this.
I avoided it purposely
This
because
is the Chicago
Well, I'm looking
podcast. If we don't address it, we're being fake.
Okay, all right. I can
Jeffree
get
Star posted that a scandalous selfie feeding rumors about his alleged affair with Kanye West around the same time that violent Trump supporters were storming the Capitol. At the time, the internet was like, "Not now, girl." The day began with the news that Kanye and his wife were divorcing after 6 years, but since the day included an insurrection, make no apologies, blah blah blah. Yeah, this is wild, bro. I don't know.
I don't even know what to say. I have no
So,
idea.
I think
You guys
somebody's
have any
trying to
thoughts
steal
on
the
this?
spotlight. They're just bored with their lives. They're trying to make everything about themselves.
what
like,
the fuck is that?
Wait, I don't know who this person is. Jeffree Star.
Jeffree Star.
I'm dead ass serious.
Man.
Is that a doll or what the fuck is
No,
that? What is
okay.
that?
So Jeffree Star is a man. I believe he's gay, and I don't think he's trans. I don't think he's transgender, right? He's just
a gay dude.
I don't want to
Very
like
strange
name what
looking
he is
motherfucker.
because I don't know what he, like, you know, identifies as. So
You have to be mindful for his feelings.
I'm here for Kanye. I hope it's not true though.
So one of the few rules at Mogul Minds Studios is we don't do Kanye slander and we don't do Lil Wayne slander. You can slander pretty much everybody else.
I fucks with Ye, man. I hope it's not. Kim Kardashian said
I don't think that's true, bro.
What I personally think it is with zero evidence. I think that rich people like Kanye and Kim Kardashian, they have contractual marriages to up their net worth for X amount of years. I think that because they are talking about divorce, maybe they're at the end of their contract. Maybe he's just tired of that fucking evil clan of gypsy whores. Who knows what the situation is? What we do know is they're supposedly getting divorced, and all of a sudden a story comes out about Kanye hanging out with this gender ambiguous person, Jeffree Star.
His wife said it wasn't true. His wife came out and said that was a lie.
Hey, let's be serious. You know? Kanye and Kim haven't been having sex for a while, dude. Like these last two kids are from surrogates, and it's black surrogates. I've seen it all. I follow these bitches. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, well, but to Isaiah's point, at this point, they have a business partnership now more than sexual or any sort of loving relationship. You know, like it's just about.
What can Kim Kardashian do for Kanye West?
Nothing.
I don't know why
she gave him that 40 million when wasn't nobody else backing his ass.
Hey, that's what she did for him. She got him out of debt. She got him out of debt so that he could make these moves. You know what I'm saying? So
ain't nobody tell her to do that. She gotta take that.
No, look, you asked what did she do? I'm gonna just give her a little bit of credit and say she jumped her ass out there and did so. When they was when motherfuckers talking about Kanye tripping and he crazy and Adidas was giving them all type of bullshit and Nike was treating, and he talking about, man, Mark Zuckerberg helped me. Niggas was laughing at his ass. Shorty dropped a 40 piece on him and now he's a billionaire. Now now it makes sense for him to be talking about Mark Zuckerberg give me $1 million or 40 million. That's nothing for him now.
I get you, and I give Kim all that credit, but you don't think billionaire Kanye West could find another Kim Kardashian?
No,
because what damn one of they ass doing? I'm just putting it on the table.
Hold on.
They complimented each other. It wasn't just a one-way street.
Exactly. That was my point.
Mutual.
That was my point. It was a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
They both got shit out of that. Absolutely. And I'm saying that as a motherfucker from Chicago who fucks with Kanye. They both
that's a fact,
be lying to say that Kanye.
Hey, I'm just asking. I'm just asking questions.
I know you down there where Epstein crib was. I already know. Like, boom.
Yeah, you're looking at that little temple he had.
No, that was on the island. Epstein's first crib where he got popped was in Florida.
Palm Beach.
You know what they say, Kim and Kanye. You know who they are, even if you don't watch them, even if you don't. It's like Isaiah said, it's all money, dude.
Not know them. Like everybody in the world, like if everyone with internet knows who these fucking people are. Like, and it just is what it is. Her name carries weight. Their the mom, this bitch is a fucking marketing genius. And to say otherwise would be a lie. She's a marketing genius.
Yeah, Kanye a marketing genius.
Dude, this bitch is gonna be selling the kids. She is selling the kids now. It's all marketing. She's gonna be making bank till the moment.
Every celebrity sell their kids at some point.
That's what I told Isaiah yesterday when all this divorce shit came out about them. I was like, bro, there gotta be like another Kardashian show coming out, like a new season or something.
Yeah, my sister-in-law said it's the final season.
There you go. It's the final season. They do this shit every fucking season round. When they're about to come back.
Kardashian every year.
Yeah, it's a major scandal coming out, and then they fucking profit off of it, make their show. We all tune in. Who's interested in that shit? And
they don't have no formerly successful black men that they're showing right now.
A few. If you got sisters in your house, you say what?
Y'all think she signed a prenup?
I think that they have different types of contractual agreements.
There's a lot of contracts there.
Yeah, there's a lot of different contracts.
I'm pretty sure they did sign a prenup. I remember when they got married.
think she get a piece of one of those billions though?
Yes.
Probably, yeah. Especially the kids too. Yeah.
Look at it like this.
I agree, Darrell.
We're all looking at this shit like commoners. But
She's about to
we
do
gotta
them. She's about to
understand
do them like Kobe.
we are, because realistically, at the end of the day, we're commoners.
True.
So what these people fucking do, they're not marrying for love and all this other goofy ass shit. They don't give a fuck about that stupid shit. These people want to fuck who they want to fuck. They want to do what they want to do, and they want to cement their family legacy into royalty. So these motherfuckers probably have a contractual agreement where, like, we got to have 2-3 kids if we stay together. Trump, for example, his prenups would be like, if we stay together 5 years, you get X amount of dollars.
You know, Trump shit ironclad. His shit.
Right. So what I'm saying is, look at Kanye. He watched people like Trump. You know what I'm saying? He became a billionaire. What's to stop Kanye from having a private marriage contract?
It should have stopped none of us. It should. We should learn how these people are moving, and within this system that's built here. Look, if you could have love and the right business, that's all props to you. But if you can't, and you just need to spread the legacy, then fuck it. At least do it right, so in the end that it does benefit you.
Right. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Or at least make sure that neither of you can fuck the other one over. At the very least, it could be that.
Right.
Neither of you can fuck the other one over. Private marriage contracts are a thing that happen. Now, before we get out of here, I'm going to try to wrap by 9:45, 10 o'clock. I want us to be done no later than 10. So,
hey, before we do get into that, I know what you're about to go into.
Can we talk music? And
I just want to ask, like, I know Vino, my man, he got like the coldest bars out of Chicago, one of the best artists in Chicago, for real, bro. And what are you listening to aside from yourself right now? And
after you answer that question, Vino, if you could, because I'm gonna hop on the phone real quick, so I'm gonna be outside. But if you could, I'm gonna be on the call. If you could, actually, you're a host. Tell us about the tracks that you released this week, and then give us the permission to actually play a portion.
Okay, facts. All right, I got you. What I'm listening to outside of myself right now, bro. I've been checking out. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been listening to a lot of King Von. I've been fucking with Von lately. Von, I ain't know he was that cold, really, for real.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't get a chance to discover him. Yeah, that's a fact.
For the people unfamiliar with modern hip hop, like Emil, like Gabby may or may not be. Me personally, I am a little bit because people tell me shit. King Von was a Chicago rapper that just recently got killed, correct?
Yeah, he just passed away. Yeah, rest in peace, King Von. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of King Von, and man, just he I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh yeah, my man Moray. Remember y'all put me up on Moray? I've been fucking with Moray.
Yeah.
He's a monster. Crazy. I would play him now, but we seen how they did the last live stream.
No, sir. He got a good song out though. Quicksand.
Yeah. He been going crazy. I've been fucking with Von, Moray. Who else?
How you like that new Dirk album?
I don't really listen to too much Dirk. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay.
I don't really check. I don't really fuck with too much Dirk.
Am I supposed to be like searching you on YouTube or somewhere?
Isaiah. Yeah, when we come back, he gonna play some shit for y'all.
Look, Vino, tell me which track to play. I know you released some tracks this week.
Shit, man. You can play. I put only one on there. Bro, all them tracks is re-releases. I didn't all them. Y'all, I believe.
Hey, can I pick one? Can I pick one?
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget us when you're famous, Vino. You know.
Hey, you are a co-host, so you should be able to screen share and everything.
Oh, word.
Yeah, but I've been going on the cleanup process, so I don't know. You might not find it. Might be some songs you looking for that ain't on that no more, unless you got it somewhere.
Man, maybe Apple Music.
Yeah, I remember
shit,
we grabbed one of your albums. We still got to do another Real Talk Chicago episode. Well, really, I want you to do the codec. It's just a matter of I doing a whole bunch of fucking rebuilding and
it's getting there, bro. Hey, to all the artists, I do have to send this apology out. I know I sat down with you.
Make sure you come and clip this portion out where you have this.
Yeah. To all the artists that like Vino, we did a dope sit down with Vino to and discuss one of his projects, which is probably, I don't know, where do you consider Church on Luella right now? Like, as far as the projects that you released, how do you feel about that in your catalog?
I mean, it's finna get way more crazier than it got. Like y'all only really got a taste of what it was gonna be. Y'all heard the song, but y'all ain't seen the videos. Y'all ain't seen the images put together, behind the songs. All that's coming. All so it's about the whole first quarter of this year is about to be that pretty much remastered and re-released, with all the videos included and everything. Oh yeah, that's my shit. You see, I play that
So Vino, is that your stage name, like Vino, or just like
Illinois Vino? Yeah.
No, it's right now on Instagram. I'm Vince Terrible. I was going through yeah. So yeah, y'all actually kind of put the battery in my back on that, like to kind of run with that name. So I've been kind of playing with it a lot.
Oh yeah, I remember that moment. Hey, look, before we do move on to the clip, Isaiah, I just want to tell, like I said, Vino's one of the artists. Mama Yaya, an amazing songstress, bro. Vino, I would love to have you and this girl make. I'm not talking about it would have to be a record. I mean a serious record that will have contention with top 40 type shit. You know what I'm saying? I think you guys.
I got an idea for it. Then I got an idea for it. I've been sitting on for 8 years.
Man, come on. I'm gonna try to link that. But anyway, Mama Yaya,
do that offline.
I apologize to her for dragging so long. I got to sit down with her. Kiala, an amazing duo from Chicago via fucking Russia, and damn,
we got linked with them through Diamond, our on again off again co-host. Kiala, dope fucking artist. Fucking they're out in Cali right now. They're doing their thing.
All those people, I just want to say the content we've created, it's not gone to waste. We just want to present this right. We're taking our time with it. And I feel like all the content that we did cover with you guys is timeless, and therefore it will not age bad is what I want to say. Like Vino's Church on Luella, check that one out. Crazy mixtape. I appreciate it. I haven't been that impressed with a local artist. Just you sound like you've been practicing. You sound like you've been at it for a long time. Enough about you. Let's keep it moving.
So like I was saying before we get to this next clip, there is a lot going on right now. I definitely has full intentions to continue moving forward with the artist interviews and getting this content out, even the older stuff, what bits we can get out. We'll make sure to connect with you guys, run it through. But there's definitely going to be a new podcast in 2021 coming specifically for musicians and artists.
Yeah.
Now, all that being said,
Vino, I do got to get you back in the booth. I know he gave us that OVO in the booth too.
Y'all got.
Oh no! He gave us Killmonger. He gave us Killmonger. Yeah. All right.
So I'm gonna play this snippet real quick.
Let's go.
Put him to sleep like a booty. I got my tootie, look like some shit from a movie. Copper tops looking like Stewie. Don't try to do me. I ain't no regular nigga. They too slow until I say head of these niggas. I paper myself. I ain't scared of these niggas. Cut from that cuff, I ain't burying these niggas. No diamonds on me, I drip gold. 17 shots on my hip. Pole. Don't give a fuck for no bitch. Whoa. Chopping through bricks. Swole. These niggas zombies, they all dead. Ballin' like I got a ball. I never make it. They all said. Open that shoebox, it's all bread. These niggas they can ratchet me. No, I spit that either so casually. Whoa, they can control me and shackle me. Tech where them up and that thing from the back of the thing. These niggas they can ratchet me. No, I spit that either so casually. Whoa, they can control me and shackle me. Tech where them up and that thing from the back of the thing. Don't know my life to be one of the greatest. My heart became colder than freeze. 32 shots in my knee. Down for my pineapple G. Don't know my life to be one of the greatest. My heart became colder than freeze. 32 shots in my knee. Down for my pineapple. These niggas.
I just fuck with that, and I'm pretty sure both hip hop and Dragon Ball Z fan is gonna
Die
fuck
for
with
my
that.
pride like Vegeta, man.
Yeah,
Come on.
man.
Who can't
Mad
feel that, bro?
bars,
Yeah.
mad
Yeah.
bars. Just
Yeah, let's
Appreciate
that,
go,
just
man.
like I love that part where he raps and just the beat drops. Mad, this
Yeah,
is amazing.
that's
Now
one
I'm
of
gonna
my
be playing
favorite
that in my
beats.
car.
Man, appreciate
My
it. Thank
favorite
you.
is the
My
double
girl gone
entendre.
wild.
The double entendre with Hard,
Yo,
Colder, and Frieza.
yeah, my
That shit
heart
is hard
colder
to
than
me.
Frieza. That
Yeah,
Cause
shit's
man.
like,
hard. Fucking, I
Yeah.
think
After that
Dragon
shit,
Ball Z
yeah.
fans in
yeah.
general
Yeah,
and
you had me
hip
with
hop
the Vegeta.
fans all can appreciate that. So, Vino, if people want to go check out your music or just follow you right now, they can follow you on Instagram at Vince_terrible. They can go check out the couple of snippets you got there. We got some stuff in the works coming for 2021.
Apple
Yes, sir.
Music. I found some of Vino's projects on Apple Music. Like those help him get his streams. You know what I'm saying? Like just support your local artists, cause
Please support me. I'm trying.
yeah.
I'm trying to buy a house, y'all. I'm trying to buy
And
a house.
Vino is selling his newest. Is it Church on Luella 2 or is it Church on Merrill 2 right now?
Church on Merrill 2 is free. Church of Luella 2, you still got to pay for it.
Okay, so get it. What's your cash app, bro? Because I know I paid for my copy.
Yes, sir. Yes,
What's
sir.
the cash app for the Church on Luella 2?
Church on Luella 2. The cash app is Vino438. When you cash app me the money, it's $20. It ain't nothing. It's a little piece of change for some fire.
Support.
Cash app me the $20, and in the comment part on Cash App, give me your email, and I will immediately send you the tape. It's one of the hottest tapes that came out this year. It's largely slept on because it's not on the internet. So
I got the deluxe version of that joint, and one thing that I was thinking is, in a couple of weeks, we got a good friend of the network. You got Vince. I know you know him. I know you know him. His name's Blake. At Beeland Artistry. He is a Chicago artist that's going to be doing a couple of things with the network. Him and actually Gabby, I know you're familiar with Bruce Hawk. He too, we're gonna be doing paint and sips out of Mogul Minds Studio. So definitely come support Bruce.
Dope. I gotta come one of them.
Let's go.
Blake is going to be, and I'm gonna show you guys his profile. Blake is going to be painting the arcade that we're actually building in the studio. We're building an actual arcade that'll have like thousands of video games on it. And he's gonna come and paint it. Like he's been fucking putting in his work. He's been doing his thing.
Dope.
They actually showcased this piece at the Museum of Science and Industry Black History Month in 2020.
Whoa, that's dope.
And the booth that you guys see, the backdrop of Isaiah and the outside of that booth is also painted by Blake. It's a whole, just a piece dedicated to Chicago. Like
I gotta get him to do me some cover art.
Hey, the paint and sip would be dope. Like you guys would get to check out a lot of these pieces that we already have from Chicago artists such as Blake, such as Zeb. Shout out to Zeb, Worldwide Zeb. And then also the artists. So like we got our One Light family that's going to be in the house. They're gonna be representing all that they're working on. And I'm telling you, there's like Vino, these kids are special coming out of Chicago. Vino, if you're available, we'd love to have you come through. You know what I'm saying?
Or even if you're out of state, hop on a live stream. That way you could give us permission and we can play some of your music while Blake paints.
Word.
Oh yeah, you know me, man. You know, I'll pull up, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Just let me know. Just you know, give me a head start. Give me some running time to get there. You know, I'm there.
Isaiah, we got a date for that yet?
Man, honestly, it's supposed to be sometime within the next 2 weeks. Blake,
shit.
I'm waiting on a phone call back from Blake, but like I said, at the very least, a live stream there. Now, Emil, like I said, I want to get out of here by 10, so I don't want to spend too much time on this topic, but it would be bullshit of us to not talk about it. And Emil, I want to get your opinion first here, and I want to know what everybody's opinion is, though. What the fuck did we just see yesterday happen in the Capitol? I need to pull up a video for those who have not seen it, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck were we watching, Emil? You help me understand.
Like I was saying earlier, these people, they're not Republicans, not traditional Republicans. They're like moderate populist types. They're just fed up. Again, they're just dismissed constantly. They're constantly called racist, white supremacists, and they're a multicultural group of people too. They're not all just a bunch of white people too. There's a whole bunch of different groups, within this whole Trump MAGA party that he's trying to create here. So they're just fed up and they have legitimate concerns over the election, right? And no court looked at any single one of these election cases and ruled it based on merits. Not a single one. Every single case was thrown out because of lack of standing or latches, which is all political.
So what that means to the person who doesn't know how court shit works, how many of the cases, Emil, because everybody says, oh, there's no election fraud.
It's not,
how much of the evidence was actually looked at?
Zero. So they didn't look at a single piece of evidence. So Trump's team had hearings, right, in which like sworn affidavits or people who had signed sworn affidavits presented their cases, but those weren't real, like actual trials. That was just a preliminary hearing, right?
That was more so for the people to hear.
Damn, it was that many people.
Yeah, it was. They saying it might have been 1 million people down there.
What? For the rally previously, but a Capitol
for the rally, not the
rally.
Oh, okay. So, I'm thinking 1 million niggas broke in the Capitol.
Hell no, it would have been over for sure. But yeah, and here's the thing: like a lot of those cases were not Trump cases. Trump only brought like 3 cases. The rest of them were brought forth by people or independent civilians, and they were just dismissed. Lack of standing means that you weren't injured in the lawsuit, and therefore you have nothing to say, which is ridiculous. Like Texas and 20 other states sued. And so they said they didn't have lack of standing. What that means is that nobody has lack of standing. If the state doesn't have lack of standing, then nobody does. So it's just nonsense. Like they never ruled it on the merits. So people will say, oh, they had their day in court. When? No, they didn't. This entire time, the news has been dismissing them, saying, no, there's no evidence. There's no evidence. There is credible evidence. And a lot of it doesn't necessarily mean fraud. There's irregularity. There's mistakes. In Michigan, the Dominion systems flipped 6,000 votes to Trump on accident. They just found it and they went, oops, God knows where else that was happening. Not a single state has allowed them to do an audit. Okay. In Arizona, they did an audit of 20 machines and they found like a 20% failure rate in just 20 machines. So just imagine if they had done an audit of all the machines, but they didn't.
I don't know if you saw this, but one day, because me personally, I don't really take sides because I feel like both sides are fucking crooks. I try to look for truth. So I was looking at Georgia state Senate hearings one day. This is maybe like last week, Thursday, Friday, maybe the weekend. I can't remember. So it had to be Thursday, Friday. And the guy who actually invented QR codes, you guys all know what QR codes are.
Yep.
We all use QR codes. Everybody that can view this knows what a fucking QR code is because they're on the internet.
Yeah.
The guy who invented QR codes literally said to the Georgia Senate, you guys said that these Dominion voting machines were not on the internet. I am proving right now that that's a lie. You guys said that they could not be hacked. We are hacking into them in real time right now.
He did it.
He had his company hacking into them.
How did the senators react? They just went, oh, okay. And they just moved along. Basically. But here's the thing. A lot of these senators are a bunch of old dudes. They don't know technology. They don't know. They have no idea what any of this stuff is. They're not on Facebook. They're not using any of this stuff. So it just goes right over their head. But as far as Dominion systems, literally a 5-year-old with a USB stick could just pop it in there and that's it. It's hacked. So, but again, no court. Every single court was basically just playing Pontius Pilate. They're just washing their hands and going, oh, I don't want to deal with this because they didn't want to put their career on the line. They care more for their career.
I can't say that we can prove. What I can say is, if we just want to end all the conversation,
that's it.
Just do an audit. Just do an audit.
Just do an audit. If there's nothing to hide, if Trump is crazy, then wouldn't an audit show that? It would just further prove it. What? So they investigated this dude Trump for 4 years based on a lie that we now know is a complete nonsensical lie. The whole Russian, that was a lie started by Hillary Clinton. It's in her leaked emails.
They admitted that, that fucking got admitted. Yeah.
But Rachel Maddow on CNN, who made probably $30 million telling us all that for 4 years, did she apologize? Is she going to bring back her millions? No. But this is how they work. They just lie to you. But
I think
that's why we saw these protests. Because
Donald Trump is crazy. Donald Trump is crazy, but he ain't crazy in the way they're trying to make him crazy.
No, I mean dude, he's not perfect. He's made a ton of mistakes, dude. He bombed a whole bunch of cities in Syria early on. He listened to the wrong people. He should have fired everybody's ass. He should have taken his own "you're fired" advice and just fired everybody, but he didn't. He put all these swamp creatures, Mike Pompeo, all these nasty, just dirty ex-CIA, ex-Obama. Like you should have just gotten rid of all of them. And Mike Pence, another swamp creature. Like these guys were never on his side. Remember, they hated him when he first started. They were all against him.
Facts. Hell yeah.
So, with the election, like you got to understand, Joe Biden got 82 million votes, more votes than Obama in 2008.
Yeah,
Remember
that's what I find
was?
hard to believe.
That's wild.
The dude put a lid on his campaign.
There's no way in hell that's possible. There's no way in hell.
Trump,
are you guys familiar? I wasn't familiar with it
no.
until this election. Are you guys familiar with these Bell counties? Can you,
That's what I was
know
going to say.
anything about that, Emil?
Trump won 18 out of 19 bellwether counties. So bellwether counties, traditionally, historically, if you win a certain percentage, you're guaranteed, right, to win the presidency. If you win Ohio, you're guaranteed. Trump won Ohio. He won 18 out of 19 bellwether states. Still lost. This is a mathematical impossibility. There's another rule called law, which is also broken.
So hold on. So wait. So he has the actual case.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there's
will
evidence.
not
So there's
look
a
at the
website.
evidence.
Hey,
There's a website.
dead motherfuckers was voting for Biden, man. Come on, is it serious?
And did you guys hear that Georgia call where it was leaked and they were trying to say, oh, Trump is looking for 10,000 votes? So if you listen to the full call, that call was in relation to a lawsuit. And the Secretary of State was like, Trump was like, thousands of dead people voted. And he goes, no, it was only like 3. And then Trump catches his ass.
He's like, okay. That stupid shit.
Why did any dead people vote? Talking about some only 3.
Yeah, but like, okay. And Trump was like, okay, did you investigate it? He's like, no. You got to understand, bro. These states changed their rules. They unconstitutionally changed it. Like in Pennsylvania, mail-in vote.
Because it's not up to judges to change the voting rules. Exactly. It's up to the legislators, correct?
Right, but they didn't do that. They had to amend their constitution. They didn't do that. They just said, yeah, we're going to change the rules 3 weeks leading up to an election. They sent out 2.5 million unsolicited ballots. They didn't check signatures. They didn't even check if you have an ID. They didn't check if you're a citizen. And not only that, but they didn't do any verification for the signature, and they allowed up to 6 or 7 days after election date to look at these mail-in ballots. Right. Come on, dude. Like, that's like it's just ridiculous. It's like if you take the ACT, kick all the teachers out, start grading your own test, and then you show them like from 40 feet away. Like in Pennsylvania, so I'll say this, and then you could go to somebody else. But in Pennsylvania, so one of his lawsuits said that poll challengers were kicked out. So what that means is that there's a poll challenger who's supposed to look at the ballot and make sure like if it's marked for Biden, it's going to go down as Biden, right? They were kicked out. They weren't allowed to do their jobs. The law says that they have to be given opportunity to look at the ballots. So you know what the judge said? Oh, as long as they're in the building, it counts. What? So that means they could have been in the upstairs bathroom, and that technically counts as a poll challenge. That's what he ruled. That's what the judge said. So when
we've been seeing this happen in other countries, it's starting to happen in America. Right.
So if you question why some of these like Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, how these just rats get elected, we now know how. Like there's no
way. It could be how many votes did you say, Emil, that like was more than Obama?
Joe Biden got that's crazy. Joe Biden got more votes than Obama.
But here's the thing:
want us to believe.
They only cheated in specific states, right? So like Biden broke the records only in 6 states. Every other state was fine because all you need to do is cheat a few counties, siphon a couple of votes here and there. Like Trump in 2016 only won by like 70,000 votes.
Biden won in states where he lost the same counties that Obama won.
Right. And not only that, but Republicans swept. Like they gained House seats, they gained Senate seats. Trump was leading that ticket. So you're telling me Republicans swept for everything but the presidency? And not only that, but Biden literally put a plug on his campaign in October. He stopped it in October. Trump was getting 50,000 people to some of his rallies. Biden couldn't fill a Wendy's parking lot. Like that's a fact. In fact, like Biden was getting more Trump supporters showing up at his rallies. That's why he put a lid on him. That's why he canceled his inauguration, because he knows Trump supporters are going to show up. Listen, I don't know. Can we prove it? I don't know. But
I can't wait to the inauguration date. I'm gonna butcher that, but I can't wait. Like it's gonna be a shit show, and
it's gonna be so much worse moving forward. Like, have you seen this guy's policies? Not to derail, but man, have you seen his cabinet? It's
that's like a whole different podcast, and we can do that, Emil. But I would invite you to our Scarecrow's Wish podcast. That's our conspiracy facts podcast, where we separate the conspiracy theories from the conspiracy facts. So Henry, who was on earlier, he co-hosts that podcast with me. He was actually asking maybe we should invite you to that group chat on WhatsApp so that you can hop in on some of those.
For sure.
He's actually literally just saying that to me. So Scarecrow's wish for
Damn,
the
can I come? You gonna invite? Can I want to get invited.
Hey Vino, you can slide with me, bro, on the codec. You know what I'm saying? We can do some musical shit.
I personally am on dirt with you, Vino, but also for the same reason.
What I do?
Because both of you guys believe too much of NASA's propaganda, but that's a different
Not
podcast
anymore, bro. I've gone
I
past
don't,
that.
bro.
Yeah,
no, I don't.
No,
I
not
don't
anymore.
believe.
Y'all know when it comes to fact and fiction, I know the difference, big time.
Hey, my man Darrell.
Bro, now y'all about to get me started.
Darrell's debate, the flat Earth debate, is still one of our greatest episodes that hit on the network. So let's just say,
one podcast, audio, video. It did get passed up by Freemasonry Exposed with Asir the Duke of Tears, but it's still our number one audio podcast.
Yeah, check those out. Those are amazing episodes.
For sure. Sounds, yeah. But
listen, Isaiah, I better be invited to your damn show for being your what do you call it, partner? Your locker partner for all these years.
I very much appreciate you being here today, Gabby, and I'll make it a point to whenever every week when we do these live streams, because we're going to wrap in like the next 10, 12 minutes. Every week when we do these live streams, I'm going to make sure to send it out. And if you guys know people that want to have conversations about specific topics and really want to be in on these things, definitely let us know ahead of time so that we can invite everybody to the WhatsApp group. If you guys want the link to the call-in group, we don't even chat in there. All we do is send the links for the call-in. So if you guys want that link, you guys definitely touch base with me. Any of the listeners that want that link, let me know. It's a WhatsApp link. WhatsApp, owned by Facebook, is like probably the most popular fucking messaging app on the world. We just don't really use it here like that, but everywhere else they do. Fucking WhatsApp. I have a group. It's a call-in group. Every week that we're doing these live streams, we're going to be sending the invites there. So if you want to call in, it's not as simple as hitting us in the comment section, because I'm not going to see that shit until afterwards anyway.
Hey, and while we are doing this, like another thing we wanted to do was like not only have the topics that we thought were important to speak on, but we also like whoever's calling in, such as you guys being here with us tonight. Like, what are some topics that you guys would feel like important that we should be covering and talking about?
I'm gonna say aliens.
Aliens, always. I agree.
Hey, what was that rule? You know, they have 180 days.
I could talk all day about aliens. Oh yeah. I could talk all day.
Did you see that new post about Area 51 and what they saw, like a triangle in Area 51?
I don't think I saw that.
Did you see the lights in like Western Virginia where that weird like fireball was crashing to Earth with no trail whatsoever? Then the same thing in Hawaii was seen.
Yeah.
Something's going on. Yeah, something's going on.
Well, I saw a shooting star when I was in Mexico last week. So if that's something,
this was huge. Yeah, this is something going on for sure. And like
something happening.
That Pentagon, the stimulus package. The one good thing is it said that they have 180 days to release everything they know about UFOs. So we'll see if they do it.
And when is that 180 days up? Like when should we expect that?
So it already went into effect because it was the same bill. It was part of the stimulus package. So it's in the within the next 70 days. So we'll see if it happens. But that was actually part. It was in the actual bill itself. So we'll see.
So by the time most people receive their 600, we should also receive our knowledge about aliens.
Right,
partial disclosure, not full disclosure.
Partial, right.
Well, when it's not even partial, it's a partial of a partial. I'm not expecting full,
partial.
But Gabby, what are some things that like you found interesting during the end of the year, beginning of the year? What are some things that you find are important?
Honestly, right now, I can't give you anything from the top of my head because I'm so damn tired. But I'll definitely think about that. Let's not forget I'm a mom of a 4-year-old, and she drove me crazy because she was home with me all day. But anyway, I will definitely think on some topics that are important and that were important to me throughout the year because it was a tough year. But I want to touch on vaccination. Like, The vaccine for
That's a good
COVID.
one.
Hello.
And
That's a
coming
good
back, because I do work for a corporate, I do have a I have a corporate job. I can't even speak anymore. And today we touched on topics about going back to the office. We're possibly going back in September, and they're talking about possibly getting mandatory vaccinated, which I'm not for.
Wait,
So that's
so
something I really want to.
I definitely think vaccination is a topic that just as much time as we've spent on all these topics, we could probably spend an equal amount of time talking about that with this group of people, especially. Now, going back to work and that, man, that sounds. I hope they at least give you the option to stay at home still and work off of your computer and be like, I just don't want this vaccine. And I think they should give you that option at least. But
I agree.
Yeah.
I know we're trying to wrap up. I want to give my man Darrell time enough to say, like, what's been on your mind, bro? Like, what you feel like, you know, the people are not speaking about enough, or you know, anything like that.
And just overall group economics, financial literacy, credit comprehension.
Amen.
You dropped just as many vaccines as Gabby did, and we could spend an equal amount of time on all of those topics, discussing like really the importance of. And I mean, Terrell, I would love to see you on more as like with those types of guiding principles being displayed to the people. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're a man of a lot of knowledge, and I feel like you should. It's a responsibility of yours to share that with us. You know what I'm saying?
No question, man. I always tell Isaiah, like, you know, whenever he had some of these panels, invite me so I can come through. Even if I'm just listening in, I don't know it all. I never try to, you know, be as the person that's always like, man, it's like this, or do it my way or no way. But I do have knowledge in a lot of different areas, so to sprinkle.
Yeah, it's not about knowing it all, right? It's about like going back to what we spoke about, those tribes. Like your tribe knows something different than my tribe that might come in useful if your tribe teach my tribe. And not on no like, yo, I'm trying to like colonize your shit, but I'm talking about like real unity where, you know, diverse tribes across the nation become tribes. And that goes back to that exactly what you're talking about. But I think you have a great perspective on certain things, and I think people will benefit off of hearing. What's up, my man?
Also, Darrell being an activist really helps us get the word of the urban community out to the people.
No, that's a fact, and he's involved. He's in those lanes. He's moving in that route. So those people are seeing him really out in the field with it, you know, and they'll respect his word when he says something. And I don't think he's gonna lead people down a bullshit lane if he's already involved in this work and it matters to him, which is why I think again, bro, I think you can make a big impact. My man Dan, as you guys can see, popping in right there.
Oh, Dan's over there.
One Light Records is definitely in the building right now. You know, I was telling you about them, bro. They're dope, man. They got some dope shit coming.
What's up? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, bro. What's up?
Nice. Nothing much, man. It's been putting in his work. That's all.
There you go. We're actually wrapping up, bro. I wanted to give you the opportunity to go ahead and anything important that you thought was not being discussed enough this week. We already touched on vaccination. We touched on virtues and morals. We touched on aliens. What is your input?
I don't know about. Well, I know about that stuff, but all I want to say is, I don't know. Stick to what you think is right. That's all.
Plain and simple. Let's go, Vino. I don't think we got yours either, bro.
Oh shit, me. All right. Well, my thing I think people need to come together and touch on is like Darrell was talking about financial literacy, how to get money. Let's talk about how to get some money.
For real.
Let's talk about.
So speaking of, I'm glad that you said that, Vino, and I'm gonna let you finish. I'm just pulling a Kanye right here. We did do a podcast a couple of weeks ago with a financial expert. He's a big Hollywood name, whatever. He's been on Fox News and all this other shit. His name's John Truman Wolf. It's called Global Economic Crisis. You guys can go check that out. And we have a new podcast coming up. It's going to be scheduled this month sometime with the Stock Dads group. It's a really big group on Facebook. It's a company. And they're all just teaching that financial literacy and learning the market and learning how to make money in the fucking market. So it's a group that's really good.
Let's talk about some of these some of these bags that all these folks getting that we ain't got access to. Let's find out how to get access to them, what we need to do. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, to back up on Isaiah's Kanye moment, bro, like for real though, a lot of these episodes that Isaiah himself partakes in and makes sure happen, a lot of these episodes that we as a network are trying to present, it's not about just, man, we need to make content just to be out there. Bro, these stories are crazy. This man, he talked about John Wolfe, like author, involved in finance, probably a lifelong finance analyst, you know, like
he worked
I don't
for
even know
big
how to
Hollywood
describe
name people that he was under NDA where he couldn't even name them, but he talked to us about those contracts.
Right.
All I wanted to
We
say with
need
that
more
was
of
just,
that.
and it's happening, you know what I'm saying? Like with us releasing episodes like this, us all coming together like this on one chat and discussing these options, these conversations are happening, and just from this conversation, a lot more shit will pan out now. Darrell's gonna do that knowledge share that he should be doing with the people and letting them know how to move out here. And aside from that, everybody else within this chat doing everything that we can do to go ahead and just better society, man. That's it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Each one
Yeah,
teach
and
one.
the bulk of most of it, it's like really getting levels. So like everybody not on the same level, right? Like if you've been hustling your whole life, you probably know how to grind a little bit more than somebody who's bad at budgeting. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily about your lifestyle or what you're thinking. You might not have no knowledge of it, but where you are, you might be on a different level than somebody else. So if I tell you, oh man, you're gonna take this financial literacy class, that shit might bore you out. If you taking first level beginner classes when you like a fifth level nigga, you know what I'm saying? You got to get to that level so you can be challenged and do things that's gonna help you graduate to the next level.
You know what's beautiful about creating the content in this fashion where now, like, look, you could have a 101, you could have a 102, you could have a 106. Maybe that man don't tune in till 106. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe he's like, look, I don't think the information that he's giving me right now is necessary for me. But if he keeps going down this path where, all right, now you're advancing these points, you know what I'm saying? Now we're getting to the 201s, the 301s on.
I agree with you 100% on definitely making it a point to let the listeners know what level in this we're at. Just to piggyback with John Truman Wolf, for example, for the people who want to go listen to that episode, he talked to me about investment tips as well, some of which I don't even play the fucking stock market, but I did after I did this episode with this man, and I've already made some money on, you know, some of the gems that he dropped, you know, talking to me about lithium and how this is the new oil of the next century and things along those lines.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely an avenue for people out there, you know, and people should be tapping into it. But my man Emil, he's got a lot of knowledge as well. Like you, bro, just dropping gems across all the.
Emil, and I do want to say this since I did invite you to Scarecrow's Wish, just so people know, Emil, are you a conspiracy theorist?
I like
Good
to
question. Great question.
I like to hear them and then judge it, like just go through them and learn about them. Yeah, I think so for sure. My eyes have been opened. Like it's one thing to sit around and talk about, oh, government's corrupt. It's all this, but to see it happen, it just kind of blows you like wide open. So after I saw what I saw in the last couple of years, 4 years of what our government hides from us, how they lie, how the news media lies to us, dude, my mind's wide open for anything at this point. Like, we used to meet Isaiah used to talk all the time about like government.
Saying it all at this point.
It's like, dude, yeah. So I don't know if I haven't looked at a lot of conspiracies lately, except for like the whole alien thing, but that's looking like it's a kind of a real thing at this point. But yeah, I'm always open.
Well, I got two things for anybody who's where Emil is with this whole look. I'm open for anything. Look into two things and two things only, and then we'll touch base on it next time if anybody has questions.
I've been watching a lot of X-Files, so.
Project Bluebeam is a good one to look
That's
into.
exactly what I was gonna say. Project
And-
Bluebeam.
Yeah, Project Bluebeam's a good one to look into since we were talking about aliens. And then also Operation Mockingbird. I did an episode on this a couple of months back, and it's called You're Brainwashed, and Here's Why.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that I believe already.
That one's fire. That one's fire. I like that episode.
Yeah. Oh, the
That one
brainwashing
definitely.
that's
Go
not
ahead.
even a conspiracy.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, I would definitely be down to hear more of those.
So, guys, I definitely appreciate every single one of you hopping in here. Thursday nights are going to be the night where we're doing these live streams, where we're going to get a chance to talk with the people. If the people are you guys every week, then it's you guys every week. As this starts to pick up steam, this is our first week. I didn't expect as many of you to hop in as hopped in. I appreciate every single fucking one of you. For any of the listeners who fuck with us and fuck with our content, want to see us do more, we're looking to get into skits this year. All these things cost a little bit of money. So one of the best ways to help us, go to the online store at mogulminds.net and just grab some shit. We got a bunch of dope ass shit on there. Just grab some shit. Support us. You fucking send us a picture of it. We'll post that shit. We support those who support us. We're trying to build group economics within our own network. And like that tribalism conversation we were having earlier, it's not always going to be about religion or race and things like that. Sometimes it's just about being with like-minded people who want to see the best. So that's our
hold on,
objective.
hey, Isaiah, I need a Mogul Minds poncho.
Facts.
Is you liking y'all too?
I need a poncho.
We definitely fucking don't have no ponchos yet, but
let's get it.
You know what? Actually, we do got ponchos. We got rain ponchos on the website.
Yeah. I need one. I need one of them joints. I
I need some too, just because
I need like a Clint Eastwood poncho.
But I got to get out of here though. I'm gonna get with y'all next week or whenever Izzy hit me up, man. Peace and levels. I always get a lot of love, respect from y'all, a lot of knowledge. Catch y'all on the next one.
Much appreciated, brother. Much appreciated. Anthony, while I is screen sharing, we were talking about how Blake's gonna come paint the booth soon, and we want to do a listening party. We want to fuck with the artists who fuck with the network, who are associated with the network. We want to play some Vino. We want to play some of that One Light Heat. We want to fucking showcase what the artists who rock with the network got, because people just don't know. I'd go ahead and show the people how to navigate our website one last time.
Yeah, so man. I mean, you got everything right here as far as.
Go ahead, Ida. I'm sorry.
I might be lagging. I might be. No, do you guys hear me? Because I feel like I've been lagging for a little while now.
I can hear you right now.
Hello.
You're good.
Yeah, you good, bro? He must can't hear us.
Yeah, he can't hear us. Ida, you're good. You're
I'm
good,
getting
bro. Go back to the website.
Very delayed.
Yeah, he's laggy as fuck for some reason.
You guys hear me now?
All right, we can hear you, bro.
With that RCN, bro.
All right, cool. So yeah, I mean, here you got the homepage, tells you who we are.
No, Ida, you're on the wrong screen. We're looking at the Zoom screen for some reason.
The screen share is lagging now. Then.
I don't hear you guys, bro. I don't hear you guys.
Hey, yo, go to mogulminds.net.
Yeah, everybody go to mogulminds.net. You'll see all of the heat that we got. You go to our shop. There we go. Boom.
What they said.
Back on the website.
Boom.
All right, you're back on the website now. So go to the shop section so that people can see how to navigate that real quick.
Is this in real time right now? You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, all right. Bro, I have not been hearing y'all. So, all right, bear with me. I apologize for all that happened right now. But this is what we were saying. Like, the best way to support us is if you like something and look,
yeah, y'all snapping. Y'all got some, keep going down, bro. I want to see.
If you want something and you want to change a little bit, altered, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we could pull something for you. Hit us up personally, or you know what I'm saying, whatever. If you got personal contacts, let us know.
Hit the load more just so they can see. There's a catalog of shit.
Oh yeah, I didn't want to do that to him, bro. Like
Yeah,
I
Nah,
wanted
do it
them
to
to
him.
just
look at them
discover it
fucking
on his.
raincoats, bro. Show these motherfuckers
Yeah,
those
I need.
fucking
Yeah, that's
Hey, should I
exactly
load
what I'm
more
looking
or
for.
should I just like?
raincoats.
Nah,
Just
I'm a load more. I'm a load more.
Yeah.
we got hats, we got fucking, we got whatever, and anything you could purchase helps us, because if it pays bills in the studio costs money to run. If it
Hey.
pays fucking a fraction of the rent, that shit fucking helps, and it helps us build content and pay contractors and do what we need to do.
This hoodie right here is fire.
That's Scarecrow's
Yeah.
Wish, our conspiracy podcast. It's called Scarecrow's Wish because everybody knows the Scarecrow wished for knowledge, and that's all we're trying to drop.
And you can't tell me this logo ain't hard. Like, you know what I'm
That shit
saying? Like,
hard.
Definitely hard.
Yeah, that
come
shit
on, man.
hard.
And you don't even know what the Scarecrow got under that hat yet. You know what I'm saying? That's like addition 2 of these of the we're not just pay attention. Pay
Do
attention.
he got a brand?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, y'all
but
snapping. Y'all going crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
definitely
Good
check us
stuff.
out, man.
He got a
Mogul
temple
Minds.
hat under that hat.
No, I don't know. I can't tell you yet.
Very much appreciated, bro. We do have to get out of here because we got some artists that need to be recording in the studio right now.
One
And
light.
Damn,
we
who
were
is
we
it?
were
Dame?
supposed to end at 9.
One light. One light.
Fun, bro. Who's
And
at
where
the-
you at?
I'm at my crib right now.
Where at?
The Carmen and Ashland. Damn, I
Oh,
just
damn.
said that. I shouldn't have said that. Damn.
Hey, it's cool. Vino slipped up too. He told us his location.
Man,
Shit, man.
I told y'all the general location. Y'all know.
Nah, I know.
Facts.
This man gave an intersection. Like,
I know, just for the record, we are partnered with our friends over at FNO Films. The producer of the owner of FNO Films actually works on Chicago Fire. Chicago PD. Terrell, he did an episode with us. He actually said that the new Power spinoff, 50 Cent show Power, they like Stars has given them like 5 new contracts for spinoff shows. One of them is being filmed in Chicago, where the artist Tommy, or the actor who plays Tommy.
Tommy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's from
Yes,
here.
yo, I'm trying to
intrigued
get
to see
my
what
song.
happens.
I'm trying to get my song in the show, bro.
Hey, look. Hey, he'll low key do it, bro. I swear to God. Do you have an avenue to him?
I made a song, bro. I'm trying to find one, fool. The song, I got a song called Tommy, bro.
Vino,
No, hey, or Luciano. Luciano will fit on that show. I promise you. You can submit Luciano
Yeah.
too.
Nah, both of them. But I made one specifically for him.
I know. I heard that one too.
Yeah,
I heard
man.
Tommy. Yeah.
Like, come on, man. I'm trying to get it to him somehow, some way, bro.
Hey, we gotta
I'm
clip
trying,
this.
y'all.
Hey, 50 Cent, you need to put Vino's track as
trying,
like
man.
as Tommy's walking into a club or something. Like that's the track that he's playing. You know.
It's cold too. It's cold. It ain't no Rudy Poo ass track. That joint hard. I promise you, it's hard.
Rudy Poo. Hey, I feel like a Dragon Ball Z character with like one of my scouters when I got this shit on.
Hey, so I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of what we got going on. The studio's not in the best possible shape that it's been in, but I do want to show you guys the piece that we were talking about. This is our booth from the outside. The booth that you guys see Dan sitting in.
Hey, show him the Nipsey. Show him the Nipsey.
I'm at
that's
Uber
also
over there right
done
now.
by
To be
Blake.
honest.
This is also a Nipsey done by Blake. Fucking Blake. This is an entire Chicago piece. You can see the ball, the bull. You can see the Sox guy. You can see where the bat turns into the bull's horn. You got the ghost of Al Capone. You got the bear. You got all of this. This is all Chicago. This is a fully Chicago studio and fully Chicago booth.
Hey, we just got a shout out Sayo Construction on the booth build too. If you need your booth built right, you know, hit up Sayo Construction. If you need the contact, you can just contact me personally, and I'll hook you up.
If that's what you need, just hit the Mogul Minds About Us section, and I'll make sure I get to your email. We'll definitely. Oh, and this is just the frame of the booth. It's actually fully functional. It's about to be a 4 players, bitch. Emil, we're gonna have to get you in here to show these dudes how to fucking play old school 4-player side scrollers.
I'm down, bro.
Hey, some good old Street Fighter on that bitch. Like,
Niggas don't
man.
want to see me in no Street Fighter. I was waiting for somebody to say that. Which one of y'all play Street Fighter?
Hey, I'm not gonna act like I'm a beast, but I definitely used to play as a kid. You know what I'm saying? I ain't played in a minute. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, when you get on the arcade joystick and when you get on like a joystick for like a game console is different, bro. So
I'm 31 years old, fool.
I'm 30 as well, bro. What's up, man? I'm about to be 31.
Come on. I know how the joystick go. I watch. Listen, bro. Listen, niggas like putting money on 2K. I put money on Street Fighter.
I have to run a few with you to see if it's worth putting money on. You know,
I'll take you guys money in Mortal Kombat any day. You know.
I asked Isaiah. He know. I watched him. He trying to be quiet like he don't know. He know.
I'll give Isaiah the Mortal Kombat. Like that's not me.
Oh, I'm defeated outside of one of our Asian friends of the network, but Asians are come on, they're better than us at video games. They just
get in those lobbies, it's over. Like a 98 hit combo. Like what? What happened?
Emil, is it racist for me to say Asians are better at video games?
No, nothing's racist to me, dude. Like say what you want. Absolutely not.
Well, look, guys, I can't even tell you guys how much I appreciate this. I want us to do this or some form of this every week. This was fucking a great experience for me. If anybody has any closing remarks, please let them go out now. For now, only thing I have to say is I appreciate every single one of you guys. Please support us. Please support the network. Check out Real Talk Chicago. If nothing else, when you go to sleep, turn your fucking TV on mute, put that fucking Spotify on, and let them bitches stream.
God. Same thing with One Light Records. Stream them songs.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate you guys having me on, bro. This was fun. Definitely got
that's a fact, man. I had a great time talking to all of you guys. I look forward to doing it again next week. Until then, we've been Mogul Minds. Y'all been great.
Y'all been great.
Have a good night.
Yes, sir.
Later, y'all. Hey, yo, how long you staying at the studio?
Man, we in here, bro. Where you at?
I'm at my crib. I'm at Uber, to be honest.
Come on. It ain't gonna take you shit but like 20 minutes.
All right, fuck you.
Come on, we gonna go crazy.
Hey. Huh?
I thought you were in Algonquin. So
I was. I came back just today.
Oh, word.
Damn.
Get to it. Gabby's hopping back in. I'll let her say bye real quick.
Come on. I'll admit her. I got her.
All right. Hey, Gabby, we are rapping, so you can't. I know you had to go put the babies to sleep. We are rapping, Gabby. Any closing statements that you got? Sweetheart, take yourself off mute. Gabby, any closing statements that you got, let us know. Anything that you think people should support. We were just fucking wrapping up right now, so Gabby, let us know. Gabby, we can't hear you.
Muted.
Take your mute off, Gabby.
Still support Mogul Minds. We love you.
Thank you.
You're amazing. You're doing great things. Always follow what you believe in, and we are behind you.
Hey, and shout out to all the 4-year-olds out there.
Yeah, she's still up, dude. She won't let me go.
I got a 4-year-old too, so I know how they are.
4-year-old brother.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Anyway, again, thank you, Gabby, for joining. We had a blast. We're doing this again next Thursday, same time, same place. If you're available, join us.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Again, thanks for everybody tuning in. Dan, Ant, get your ass over here. We're making some music tonight. Let's get it.
Have you even heard did Dan play that song for you?
We'll talk about that offline. Let me exit this meeting. Yeah. All right.
Peace out, guys. Have a good night.
All right. You too, Gabby.
Later, nice
Bye.
Bye.